turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
I've been waiting for so long. Now those feelings are so gone. I don't care what else goes on. We will take you away in the night when you see me, and I'm feeling free. Leave me to play.
We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We bring the heat, we bring the fire, we bring the dirt, we'll take you higher. We feel the place with our desire, face splitting, bass driven, low fire.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Alright everybody, back again with the action of the day 4, Phase 2 of the ESL India Premiership 2017, brought to you by Omen by HP HyperX and Zowie by BenQ. Remember guys, this is organized by Nordwind Gaming, and for those who don't know who I am Vagish Gotslebhan. I was taking a small vacay because Phase 1 turned out to be so intense that at the end of the day I realized, you know what, so much intense gameplay action, I need some time off. So here I am again people, everybody joining us on the Facebook page of the ESL India and the YouTube gaming channel of ESL India. Welcome everybody. We are already en route with the Phase 2 of the summer season of the ESL India Premiership 2017, and for those who have just about joined us in the Phase 2 of the live stream, a little clarification for them. This time around, the ESL India Premiership's a tad bit different because last year we just had like a crazy big Masters after 2 challenges. This time around, we are 3 seasons long. We have 9 months of intense action in the summer, fall and winter season. Now each season is divided into 3 phases. Phase 1 for the summer season, which is ongoing right now, just got done last week, and now we're on with the Phase 2 with some teams getting relegated, some people getting relegated in the games of Clash Royale, Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Dota 2. These are the 3 main games which we are streaming to you and getting played in the ESL India Premiership. So Phase 1's done. We have a few teams and players relegated, some teams and players promoted. The action is on to paramount levels. So before we head off into anything, let's quickly look at the fixtures today. Alright, so talking about the fixtures quickly, we have some interesting matches lined up for the day. At 6:30 PM, which is just about now, we have 2 amazing Clash Royale matches, one streamed for you gamers and for your entertainment. Now we have Dipak Mehu Mehta versus Reuben, who's made his way into the Masters League from the Challenger League now. So we're going to be streaming that match to you live. Whereas we have Tahir Devil's Twin Sharif versus Prashant PP Pandey happening off stream. We will give the score updates as and when the match gets done. Moving on, we have 2 games in Dota 2 today lined up for you guys. We have Standin 5 versus Team Buriza, whereas in the off-stream match, we have Entity Gaming now. People remember, everybody who watches Esports Center, which comes to you every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 8 PM, should remember that Entity Esports is now no more Entity Esports. They are now Entity Gaming, and they are going to be facing off against 3C4DA. And we have 1 game of Counter-Strike Global Offensive at 8 PM. We have Team SemperX facing off against Team Wolf. So now that we have the entire fixture for the day right about clear for you guys, let's quickly take a look at the Clash Royale standings so far. Talking about Masters now. Alright, so in the Clash Royale Masters standings right now, we have Rin Lakar with 3 points in the 2 matches he's played out of which he's lost 1 and he's won 1 game. So he's got 3 points in his kitty, whereas Hasib Iqbal Nazir has again decided to start off with that winning streak of his, which he showcased to us in the Phase 1 of summer season. He has 3 points in his kitty out of the 1 match he's played, which is a victory, whereas Reuben our player from the Challenger League who's been promoted now to the Masters League. He has made his way with 3 points in his kitty with 1 game played, and that too a victory. Whereas Tahir Devils Twin Sharif is on the 4th position with 3 points in his kitty and is pulling off pretty much the same picture, just like Mrinmoy Lakar. He's got 2 games in his kitty, he's won 1 game and he's lost the other. Now looking at the Challenger League while we're at it, now in the Challenger League of Clash Royale, we have George 759 Varghese with 3 points in his kitty. He's got 1 match down, which is, again, like I said, it's a victory. That's why he has 3 points. Now, Jatin JB Bagoria is standing at 0 points because he's not played any matches so far. So he's right now in the tables on the 2nd position, but as and when he plays matches, he will get placed accordingly. Now, moving on, we have Siddharth Laityagami Yadav, who's played 1 match. He's got 0 points because that match was a loss now. So, people, moving on to the players facing off against each other in this match of Clash Royale, this best of 5 of Clash Royale. Now, we have 2 great players. We have Reuben Dicunia. Now I've kept telling you guys about this thing. This guy made his way, struggling at each stage against every single person possible in this Challenger League, and he's now a part of the Masters League. Now he hails from Mumbai. He stood 2nd in the summer season of the Phase 1 of ESL India Premiership, made his way to the Masters, and now he is going to be, along with his fellow challenger Jimit Bhatt. He's now in the Masters League and is wary about dominating this phase because there are a lot of big guns. Remember, people, Mrinmoy Lakar is the winner from the Masters last year, 2016. He is a tough nut to crack. Now, facing Reuben Dicunia, we have Dipak Mehta. Now, he is based out of Chennai. He's currently pursuing a degree in business administration, and he's been playing Clash Royale since the start of the game, like ever since the game came up in India and got played around much by the people. So he's participated in the ESL India Premiership Challenger 2 event last year, and he took a break from the game since then, and he's now making a comeback in the competitive scene. Now, he got placed 6th in the Phase 1 of the ESL India Premiership 2017 summer season. So will Reuben Dicunia be able to defeat Dipak Mehta, or is this Dipak Mehta's match all along? This is a best of 5 Clash Royale on the day 4 of the ESL India Premiership 2017 summer season Phase 2, people. Remember, this is going to set the stage for the final stage, the final Phase 3 later on during the month. So you guys need to see their gameplay to figure out who is your favorite player also. We'll be starting off with a couple of goodies and giveaway later on to figure out who you guys support. But for now, let's quickly head on to the game of Clash Royale, the best of 5 between Dipak Mehta and Reuben Dicunia.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the daily stream of the ESL India Premiership. This is day 4 of Phase 2 of the summer season. Man, that was a mouthful. This is Manoj Supergola, casting Clash Royale for you, and with me is...
Hi guys, I'm Shaurya, Dominant Recluse Kumar.
So today we're going to watch a game.
Mehudi.
Oh,
yep.
you go ahead.
Today we have Mehudi versus Reuben. So I actually did some recon sneakily right before the game. Mm-hmm. And it does seem that Mehudi is going to be playing an Elixir Collector deck with, I think, a Golem. And Reuben is playing... Okay, so Reuben is not playing the deck that he selected. I guess he wanted to be... he wanted to mind game his opponent. Reuben seems to have selected a different deck. We haven't seen Reuben's win condition yet. Okay, there.
Oh, that's a battle.
So I think... Yeah. That's
Ask
quite
and you shall
interesting.
receive. That's his win condition right there.
Yep. I don't think we've seen a barrel deck yet.
We
At least I
have
don't think
we
I've
watched
seen.
the barrel deck on day one as well, right?
Oh
They
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah,
the most exciting game so far of phase two.
definitely. The
So
princess is
before they
definitely a card we haven't seen.
are you sure though?
Yeah, at least the games I've casted, I haven't seen a princess
Okay,
yet.
okay. I've
Yeah,
casted almost every game, so I have almost all the cards. I've
yeah,
seen
yeah. You got
Metas, I've seen
that
bowlers,
cheeky
I've
princess.
even seen bandits and tornadoes.
I haven't seen the
Those
bandit
games are
yet.
the ones that are fun.
But I don't even think bandit is particularly overpowered.
Mhm.
So
It's
basically,
not
we're seeing
over.
pretty.
It's a pretty gimmick card. If you know how to use it well, it's really awesome.
Yeah, you can catch your opponents off guard with it. So we are seeing pretty like standard gameplay. Oh, okay. We see the miner come out. So yeah, it is a poison miner there. And Mehu might he has gotten some good damage off on the tower, but Reuben's been responding pretty well.
You know, I'm actually
This
surprised
knight's not that
Mehudi
handy.
doesn't have a tornado in. I would think a
Maybe.
tornado would be better than the Mega Minion right there. What would you say?
But
Oh,
what would
that's a
he do
whiff
for
of a rocket.
anti-air? The rocket is fine because I mean, yeah, he did miss the bowler, but I mean, he got the tower, and that's how you win, right? You don't win by killing the opposing units. You win by killing the opposing tower.
Yeah, but what if you don't kill opposing units and they kill your tower?
Yeah. Sam, I think a card we haven't talked about actually is the Goblin Gang, and I think that card is actually really strong. So the card by itself, I think, represents 4 elixir, and not only that, gives you 6 units on board, which are quite fast moving.
And which
So I mean,
half of them which can hit air.
yeah, exactly. They can hit air as well, and they demand an answer. Sure, they delphi with like a zap or a log. I don't think a zap actually kills them though.
A zap does not
Log
kill
is, I
them.
think, yeah, I
Log
think
kills them.
log is the only, yeah, log is the
Arrows
only
kill them.
spell. Oh yeah, arrows and log. But I mean, arrows is again 3 elixir, right? That's not a positive trade. So both the players are going to trade their tower over here, and we're seeing a pretty even match right now. I mean, it's almost exactly level. They have the same elixir. Okay, the rocket comes out. So Reuben is basically going to try to like punch down the star as fast as he can, and that was really a value rocket. Getting the mega minion there was pretty strong. Although we see the poison come out as well as the log. So this log again, I think this log is just it's overpowered, really, in my opinion.
Oh, I've known what you said about the log being overpowered for the fast 2 casts, and I believe you. You're preaching to the choir. So
That's true.
we're like a minute into overtime. Where do you think this game is heading? You think chip damage with the rocket will be enough to get him the game, or do you think Mehudi will slowly push in?
I'm actually not sure. So Reuben doesn't see, that's the thing, right? Reuben's barrel just gets logged every time. So I'm not sure what Reuben actually does to win this game. I mean, rocketing the tower is not, it's not really efficient. It's not going to do much. That poison and that Inferno Tower right there, though, if the poison was better placed, I mean, if he had predicted the Inferno Tower, that would have been pretty major. This is where Mehudi may not have an answer. Yeah, he didn't have the log right there. Reuben was able to cycle his cards. If this rocket, that was a value
That
rocket
was a
right there.
beautiful rocket right there.
That was a beautiful rocket.
So
But even
right,
then, you see the chip damage coming out, right, from the miner and from the poison. It's almost unavoidable damage.
true, completely
I
true.
mean, Reuben doesn't have Reuben doesn't have a very clean answer to that. He's tried to Goblin Gang, but the Goblin Gang just dies to a log. So yeah, he doesn't have a very clean answer to that. He just eats the chip damage almost every time. These rockets are pretty much what are keeping Reuben in this game, honestly. He's been on point with the rockets. We've been seeing really good play, I think, come out of Reuben. Although Mehudi did take the last game 3-0, so this is a worthy game, I think.
No, Mehudi lost to Marin 3-0.
Oh, Mehdi lost, sorry, yeah.
So I'm saying Mehudi is under a lot more pressure to win this game than Reuben because Mehudi
So
is
Reuben
4 for
just
2
needs to
right
cycle
now.
to his. So this is quite interesting because this is basically a game of who can cycle faster. Because if Reuben gets the rocket right, that tower dies. But I don't think that's going to be. Oh my god! That was so close. 4 HP it was at, and he just loses.
30 seconds left on overtime, and he just misses the rocket launch by what? 3 seconds?
I don't even think it was 3 seconds. The rocket was in the air when the animation began. I definitely think that was less than a second or so.
Well, that was an exciting game. Like That was
That was an
fun.
extremely exciting first game, yeah. And I've been saying this. I think the level of competition is really rising.
Especially since we're now starting to do BF5s, the players are at least forced to change their decks, which I've been asking them to do every single time, man.
That is true. We have been saying that a lot. But yeah, that was a very good game. Good gameplay coming out from both teams. So Reuben,
While players are like preparing for their next game, I just want to take a quick look at the standings. Right now, Mehudi is at the bottom of the standings. He's played 2 matches, but he's not won either of them. Like in the bottom two, we also find Asopa, who has only played 1 match but has lost it too, and everybody else has at least won 1 match. I
so
think the
this
pressure is
might
on
be,
Dipak Mehta already. This is his third game, and if he loses this, right, he's in some real trouble and will be in danger of getting relegated again.
yeah, definitely. But that was good play, right? He did take that game, whether you call that a clutch victory or not. In the end, he did win, and we are going to go into game 2 now. So here we have game 2, Reuben versus Mehudi. Mehudi is in the lead, 1-0.
Who are you cheering, Mehudi? Are you cheering Mehudi on, or are you cheering Reuben?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna cheer for
See,
Reuben. You cheer for Mehudi.
but see, the viewers don't know this, right? But pre-game chat, so Reuben was like, "Please don't support me," and because nobody tells me what to do, I had to support him. So apparently, I'm supporting Reuben now.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll take Mehudi.
Okay, so we see a lumberjack come out. That's quite interesting. Again, this is not a card I've seen yet, and I think lumberjack is a slightly new epic. Sorry, legendary. It's not one of the original ones for sure.
It wasn't one of the original ones, but they're having your legendaries that came out after Lumberjack.
All right,
Which actually don't work well with the Lumberjack. That was sort of counterproductive.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, I'm not sure if the lumberjack actually did too much though. I mean, he did drop it, but we see a huge push now come out by Mehudi, and I'm not sure that one baby dragon is not going to be enough to counter this push.
Reuben is in some real trouble. Lava Hound is going to go on to the King Tower too.
Absolutely, the balloon is going on King Tower. It's very, the baby dragon's going to die right now to the mega minions.
I told you,
might
it's
just
gonna go
lose this game.
Okay, I'm gonna call it right now. Mehudi is winning this. Mehudi is winning
Oh
this.
my god. I don't. But then again, actually, if you look at it, what does Reuben really do? At least out of the cards we've seen, unless he's packing a lightning in there, what would his answer be? The baby dragon
I do
is
not
not
think
enough.
he has any answer. He just got outdrafted on this one. He lost the game before it even began.
That actually might be quite possible. I mean, it was, but
And look at that I was gonna say fat little lava hound, but then I realized that was an oxymoron.
yeah. I mean, it is kind of cute, though, I guess. But this game is. I don't see how this game goes to Reuben, honestly. What is he going to do? There's nothing. Okay, I mean, see that furnace. You can just see how desperate that furnace was to try to stop something, but it's not enough. The freeze just ends the game right there. Oh my god, that was a complete storm.
Showing true colors right there. I think he got sick of getting thrashed the last couple of days. Just started loading in on the
3-0, man. It didn't even go to overtime. That was a beatdown. Like, he just thrashed him. So some mercy, please.
Mehudi now has a chance to do 3-0 Reuben right now. But is it gonna happen? We've seen Reuben turn some amazing games around.
We have been, and Reuben did show a very strong showing in game 1. I mean, yeah, looking at game 2, you might question that, but game 1 definitely. Like, I would, going into game 2, I didn't have a clear favorite for sure.
Yeah, looks like the players are gonna switch out their game 3. So while they're doing that, I'd like to send a big shout out to our title sponsor Omen by HP, and also our other sponsors Zoe by BenQ and HyperX. Thank you guys for making this happen. All this is brought to you by Notwin Gaming. That's us. Please follow our social media pages on YouTube and Facebook. And now that I've got that out of the way, we're just gonna
get back to the
so
if you actually see Reuben's battle deck right now, if you do some sneaky recon again, you do see he is running the graveyard, right? And again, I think I actually want to see him pull out the graveyard deck, because I do think that card is pretty strong right now.
The graveyard, no, like, okay, so what I think is the graveyard just needs one more card to combo up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, not alone. But I mean, in general, I like the card. Okay, so he is playing the Goblin Barrel deck again. So maybe this might be the game where he can take it, although that Goblin Gang was an amazing answer. And see, this is just why the Goblin Gang is so strong. And I think, okay.
So is he going to save the princess? He is going to save the princess. So he needs to use a log thing to...
I don't know why he waited so long though. I mean, he had the elixir. Why did he wait so long?
I don't know. Maybe he was just hoping the Mega Minion would take care of it. And then did a face palm while waiting for the princess to come.
So that Ice Spirit was basically a cycle right there, which is fine. We don't know if Mehudi... Okay, so Mehudi's answer is going to be the Goblin Gang every single time, right? So basically what Reuben needs to do to win this game is he needs to cycle faster than Mehudi can cycle back to the Goblin Gang. Because if he can barrel when Mehudi doesn't have an answer, then he can get some good damage off. And you're seeing actually, even though Mehudi has been answering, Reuben has gotten like about 1,000 HP off that tower. And his own tower is almost untouched.
Right? He doesn't have to force cycle Mehudi out. He does have a log. He can maybe combo it.
That is also true, yeah. But we haven't seen that happen yet, I think. You know, and the princess is actually doing a lot of work this game. If you look at it, I mean, the princess is a good answer to the graveyard. I mean, to the skeletons. It's also a good answer to the goblin barrel. It's a fine answer to minions as well as mega minion. I mean, it's really a good answer to almost everything in his deck. If he can protect the princess, she does do really well on defense.
Well, one lava hound from Mehudi has them to basically an equivalent.
Yeah, that is. But even then, you do see that now he has such a strong push going. He has taken another 1,000 HP off the tower already. And it's not like Mehudi has a significant elixir advantage. In fact, the elixir advantage is on Reuben's side right now. And you can see he's trying to mount basically like a sort of a mini push. It's not really too strong a push. But I think that log was actually just slightly too late. If he tried to predict the Goblin Gang over there, that would have been real trouble for Mehudi. He might have been able to take the tower, in fact. So these the minions that were just placed, that was quite smart, I think, because they do tank the Inferno Tower for a long time.
Double Inferno Tower out, but that Lava Hound is just...
That freeze was just devastating. Oh my god. You know what? This isn't... He can defend. He's dead, if you see. Oh wow. Okay.
On the dot overtime. Mehudi takes this 3-0. That was okay.
Play, I guess.
He actually turned it around. We actually thought in the was gonna win. We're gonna have a game 4, but no. Mehudi just denied everything.
Yeah, even Reuben thought he took that.
He took that turn. It didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Bad luck, Reuben. Amazing gameplay, Mehudi. That lava hound by the balloon and that killer freeze. That won you the game, right?
Yeah. I think Mehudi really just showed how strong he can be in drafting the deck, because I think Reuben just got out-drafted this time. I don't think Reuben was really misplaying, or there wasn't much more Reuben could do, I feel.
Well, Reuben has to get used to playing with the big boys now. This is the Masters League.
Yeah, that is true. I think is Reuben the youngest master?
Yep, guys, quick tidbit of info for you. Reuben is only 17.
Yeah, Reuben is only 17, guys. I mean, to be able to be 17 and compete at this level, how many people imagine being a pro gamer, right? And Reuben is kind of doing it.
He is. He's living the life, and the best part about this, he's gonna play from anywhere. He doesn't have to take time off. He doesn't have to go to a specific place. He doesn't have to carry around a big gaming rig around all the time. He can just play from this phone. That's true for all our viewers. Actually, they can easily sign up for ESL's league, right? This is how you start. You start with the starter cup and you climb your way up. Crawl your way through the dirt, fight like 500 other people, get into the Challenger League, get paid to win. That's what that should be.
But Reuben's right there, right, showing you that you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if you ever want some any guidance or support or role model, you can just look to him.
Yes, or us. You know, we are here to help.
Yeah, or us, of course.
You have any questions, any queries, just write to us. We are here to help. We are here to have fun. We are here for esports. So having said that, please stay tuned for there's going to be some more esports action. There's going to be Dota 2 and CSGO today. Saying that, we're going to hand the helm over to our host, Vagish. Take it away.
Okay, just like we said it, people, everybody joining us on the Facebook page of ESL India and the YouTube gaming channel of ESL India Premiership. Firstly, welcome everybody. You just missed one crazy match, a crazy best of 5 between Dipak, Mehu, Mehta and Reuben Ticunia. So, a quick, gentle recap. Now, Reuben Ticunia has joined us from the Challenger League. He has been promoted because he was second place and he fought for the 7th position and he got through to the Masters League. Turns out, the bifurcation between the Challenger League and the Masters League is pretty much evident because this is the big boys league. And it just so turns out that for Reuben, he's facing a Masters League opponent, Dipak, Mehu, Mehta, and this was a clean slate victory for Dipak Mehta here. Well done, lad. Well done indeed. 3-0 the final scoreline, people, against Reuben Ticunia, who definitely, according to me personally, should do some major homework about the kind of play styles these players have, because a lot of them don't change their decks because they are sure of how they're going to play as the players. A lot of them change their strategy. So a good read through into all the Master League players' strategy may help our promoted players. Well, that's my opinion for this Phase 2 of the summer season of the ESL India Premiership 2017, brought to you by Omen, by HP, HyperX and Zowie by BenQ. Remember people, this has been organized by Nordwind Gaming, and for everybody joining late who are wondering who I am, I'm Vagish Gosleban. I'm the guy who takes you through the games as and when they happen one by one. So we just got done with the best of 5 Clash Royale. Now moving on to the 5v5 MOBA, the awesome action which this amazing game holds for us. I'm talking about Dota 2, people. So before we head off into today's game, let's quickly take a look at the standings in the Masters League so far. Alright, talking about the Dota 2 Masters League standing, a quick reminder that Entity Esports is now known popularly as Entity Gaming. They have 6 points in the kitty after the 2 matches they've played, and both of them have been like victories, straight victories for them, home runs literally, and they're followed by Go Figure Red. Now they too have 2 points in the kitty, 6 points in the kitty out of the 2 matches they've played, and 2 matches as victories is what they have registered. Whereas Aggressive 5 is following up closely behind. Pasola and Gang have garnered 3 points in their favor out of the 1 match they played, which was a victory. Whereas Features, Sportive and Ascension, our favorites from the Masters League, or Phase 1 of the Masters League there, because this team hails from Nepal. They've traveled a lot of, they come from outside Indian borders. It takes a lot of effort to face off because it's like literally like India versus Nepal and other country matches. So there's a lot of home ground, away ground scene happening. You know how that happens online. But Features, Sportive and Ascension currently have 0 points in their favor because out of the 2 matches they've played, both of them have been registered losses. Whereas Medical is standing on the 5th position with 0 points. 1 match played, that 1 match was lost. The Council has yet to break even or break into any kind of point structure, so they are at a complete 0 there. They are in the 6th position. Whereas Standin 5 there is at 0 points, 1 match played, which was a loss. And Team Buriza, the 1 match played, 0 points, and a loss there at the end of the day. So while, ladies and gentlemen, while we are at the Dota 2 Masters, let's quickly also take a look at the Dota 2 Challenger League table. So talking about the Challenger League in Dota 2, we look at the standings as you can see on the screen. We have Line Gaming, which is 6 points down the drain, and 2 matches played, 2 matches as victories registered in the name. Whereas Team Relax is on the second position. They have 3 points in their kitty, 1 match played, and that one registered as a victory. Now Team XRG follows closely behind, 2 matches played with 3 points in their kitty, 1 match a win, 1 match a loss. Now White Unicorn is yet to break even, just like the Dota Council for the Masters League, so they are at the 4th position. Whereas in the 5th position we have Exotic Nexus with 0 points in the kitty and 1 loss, because that's the only game they've played so far. Whereas now Rum with Coke is 2 matches down. They have 0 points, and the 2 matches were consecutive losses for them. Kuroko no Doto, the new entrant from the Masters League since they got relegated into the Challenger League. Now they are yet to break even, just like the team White Unicorn, and so does South Indian Rejects, which needs to break even with points. Currently they are supposed to undergo matches which will give them points, and then later on standings. Now moving on into the game happening today, a quick introduction into the teams which are going to have face off. Alright, talking about the teams having a face-off here in Dota 2, we have 2 matches happening, one off-stream, the off-stream match between 3C4DA and Entity Gaming. But talking about the streamed match, it is between Team Buriza and Standin 5. Now, quickly about Standin 5, they are a Mumbai-based team. They contain a few players from the Circle Gaming team, and they have attended the 2016 Masters, and they have been playing some really good disciplined textbook Dota 2 for the past few matches, and it is bringing in the results for them. Now, they finished in the top 4 in the Phase 1 of the ESL India Premiership 2017 Dota 2 Master League standings, and they are looking forward to improve their performance in this second phase of the ESL India Premiership summer season. Now, whereas Team Buriza, now they made their way through multiple challenges, multiple skirmishes from the Challenger League to the Masters League, and they're a Hyderabad-based team which is led by Gaurav Helmji Anand. Now, they put up many strong performances in the Dota 2 Challenger League, like I said, and they were placed second in the recent summer season of Phase 1. Now, they entered the Masters League after they defeated the former teams XRG and Kuroko no Doto in the Phase 1 playoffs. Now, unfortunately, the team is struggling to make its mark in the Dota 2 Master League so far, because maybe the change of dynamics there in terms of how the play structure goes, the kind of teams they're facing, maybe that can get overwhelming according to us, but sooner or later they will have to get used to it, because they are now in the Big Boys League and they have to perform if they have to keep up with their victorious run, just like in the Challenger League. So right now, we have an amazing match between Standin 5 and Team Buriza lined up for you guys on this day 4 of the summer season Phase 2 of the ESL India Premiership 2017.
Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. This is the Masters League, and today we have Team Buriza on the Radiant facing opposite Standin 5 on the Dire. This should be a closely contested matchup. Both teams are of similar skill level. If anything, Team Buriza, they like to wait, hold on till the mid game, and that's when they really start going. While Standin 5, they're known to be a little bit more aggressive in the early game. Looking at the bans, though, it looks like Standin 5 have done their homework. They are banning out Clown K, Templar Assassin. The question is, are they going to focus that heavily on the mid lane matchup? And if they are they going to take away Clown K and his patented Storm Spirit? But I guess this is more a 7.06 ban, because TA is really strong in the mid lane when it comes to getting last hits and denies as well. And now, since denies count for a little bit of EXP, it just matters all that more. They're also going to ban out the Phoenix. It is something that Unimax on the side of Team Buriza does play a lot. Today, he's playing under the name Dinu, and they are going to pick up the Night Stalker. Huh. This is something that a lot of sides are trying to experiment with in the Dota scene in India. Even go figure, they picked up the Night Stalker themselves in another match in 7.06. And it's very funny. This is almost the same opening that both sides went for. One side got the Night Stalker and then followed it up with the Darkseer and the Disruptor. So it looks like the Indian meta is already on the same page. I mean, everybody's already drafting similar heroes, just that the bans are a little bit different. Team Buriza, they're looking for something in the offlane. They could go with the Legion Commander, considering that the offlane is so much more important, and having a strong offlane accounts for a lot, considering you do not have your shrines to work with for the first 5 minutes. But they're going to go with the Crystal Maiden. The aura is good. The question is, what are they going to pair this up with as the game progresses? Maybe a good roaming support. Or hold on, they've actually already picked up the roaming support. It is the Night Stalker. My bad. Unless this is a 3-position Night Stalker, you do not see that too often, but it is a possibility. Standin 5, they're going to ban out the Tinker. Just generally keeping their mid laner, whoever it's going to be, just making sure that he's going to have a better time in the mid lane. A Slara ban comes out from Team Buriza. I mean, yeah, it looks like one thing in the Indian meta hasn't changed, and that's the love-hate relationship that we have with Slara. We do like to pick it up. It's one of the roaming foes that Indian teams do like a lot, and I guess Standin 5 run it a fair bit as well. Next ban from Standin 5, are they going to ban any of Buriza's go-to heroes here? Maybe the Storm Spirit in the mid lane. Or do they ban out heroes that are generally a pest in 7.06? We are seeing a lot of 4-position Doom and Clockwork. Miposhka on the EU scene has been running it a fair bit. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, even Boboka played a roaming Clockwork in IG versus TNC. So Clockwork has come back into this patch as a roaming 4th. But the next one from Standin 5 is going to be the Juggernaut. It's been a couple of patches since you've seen this hero get picked up, and he's a good safe laner, I guess. I mean, he provides a little bit of push. He's got everything necessary to be elusive in general. And there are very few people who can lock him down when he decides to Blade Fury and TP out of your face. Next ban from Team Buriza. What are they looking at here? They are going to take away the Invoker. And what's funny is Standin 5 didn't ban out the Legion Commander. It is something that Team Buriza could have picked up. He's a strong offlaner. And they're just going to let him slide through here for Team Buriza. So if Team Buriza are looking for something in the offlane, they do have the Legion Commander as an option. Standin 5, they're looking for roaming support. Won't be too surprised if they pick up the Dream Protector. Living Armor is one of the better ways to deal with the Night Stalker. He's diving you at 4 minutes into the game. And as long as you got Living Armor, you should be able to keep your teammate alive and healthy. I would really like to see Dream Protector pick up. And also the small change to Nature's Guys, which has turned it from a small mini bash to a root instead. Standin 5 are looking for roaming support. And I'm going to go with the Lifestealer. Not the most obvious of Infest Bombs. And maybe they picked it a little bit too soon. Are Standin 5 considering the Storm Spirit themselves, though, is the question. Team Buriza could pick up something like the Legion Commander, or could, yep. It is one of Helm's go-to heroes, and rightly so. He's a strong offlaner, should be able to apply a lot of pressure early on. You can use press the attack to shrug off the open wounds coming out from the Lifestealer. So the life stealer is not getting that extra HP that helps him and his teammates heal up with the open wounds.
Reserve time.
Standin 5, next pick, probably a roaming support. Once again, I am in favor of the Dream Protector. Question is, what does Standin 5 want? Would really like to see the team get picked up as a way to deal with Night Stalker and his early game aggression, which is almost expected coming out from a Night Stalker.
Ember Spirit.
They're going to go with the Ember Spirit.
Radiant team pick.
It is actually a bit funny, and I'm not sure why, but Stanfire removed the Templar Assassin as their first ban. Ember is one of those mid heroes who does deal rather well versus the Templar Assassin. Flame Guard does burn through refraction rather easily. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they banned out the TA. It is one of the matchups that the Ember Spirit can come out on top. But Team Buriza, they're going to respond with a Sven pickup.
10 seconds remaining.
So, yeah, heroes like Sven and Luna, they made such a comeback in 7.066. And one of the main reasons is that the neutrals in the jungle spawn every minute as opposed to every 2 minutes. This allows them to stack, farm the jungle, and farm a whole lot quicker than your enemy goes. And there's no way a lifestealer is going to be able to keep up with a Sven. And also the changes to Mask of Madness also work in favors of course, like the Sven and the Luna. Last ban coming out from Stand 5 is going to be the Shadow Fiend. A lot of bans just to make sure that they have a favorable matchup in the mid lane. Despite all of this, if Stand 5 do not win the mid lane convincingly, it's not going to be a very fruitful draft for them, because you're letting you're letting strong heroes through just to make sure that your Ember Spirit has a fun time in the mid lane. And yeah, Team Buriza, they're looking for something in the mid lane themselves. They could go for the Storm Spirit, but the problem with the Storm Spirit is that the roots coming up from the Searing Chain should hold them in place, and then the Ember can just drop his 3 remnants and burn down the Storm Spirit, not even allowing him to zip out of there. So I'm not entirely in favor of the Storm Spirit pickup here. You could do something like the Queen of Pain. Just win the mid matchup on the basis of the your base damage, and just make sure that you deny and last at every single creep. But then again, Chains is one of the better ways to deal with the Queen of Pain. You could do something like the Lina. Just keep mid pushed out constantly with your Dragon Slave and your LSA. And make sure that Ember doesn't get too much CS under his own tower. But yeah, it's again a mid matchup where the Ember can punish the Lina if he just gets his levels. A lot of options here for Team Buriza. They could also throw a curveball and pick up something like a Dragon Knight, who should be fine versus the Ember Spirit. They're going to go with the Storm Spirit. They're confident that Clown Cave will be able to outdo the Ember Spirit. So Storm really needs to be careful of 2 things. He needs to hold on, wait till he gets level 6. And even then, he needs to be sure that he's not caught out of position with the Searing Chains coming out from the Ember Spirit. Because if he's caught in the chains and Ember has his remnants to work with, it should be an easy kill on the Storm Spirit. And even Infused Raindrops will not be able to save him at that point. But yeah, Team Buriza have got a fair bit of early game kill potential with the Night Stalker and the Storm Spirit. They could easily dive on heroes like the Disruptor once out of position and rather easily burst them down. Standin 5, they're looking for their 4 position here. Would really like to see a Treant get picked up, but they're going to go with the Ricky. Drop the Iron Shell on the Ricky and let him move around the map and cause as much pain and havoc as possible. So they've got Silence, ways to deal with the Storm Spirit. The smoke screen can make sure that he doesn't get to zip out of there in time. They've also got a way to make sure that whoever's in a duel with the Legion commander stays alive a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure that the Lifestealer was the right pickup here. Sure, they've got Ricky who can take him to battle as well as the Ember Spirit, but not sure if it's going to be enough. And also looking at the lanes, a Disrupt and a Lifestealer versus a Legion commander, I think the Legion should be fine in that setup. And should probably be getting a whole lot more from his lane than a Darkseer, who's up against a Crystal Maiden, a Sven, and a Night Stalker, who just has so much more lockdown and early laning kill potential versus the Darkseer. It's all going to boil down to these roaming supports. How much Night Stalker gets from his first night, and how much Ricky gets from his early laning phase. Small nerf to Ricky in 7.06. His movement speed, his base movement speed has been reduced by 5 points. So he's got that working against him. Needs to get those boots early on to be that much more effective. You won't be landing too many hits with a movement speed of 285, which is really slow. Anyway, we have some time on our hands. The customary pause is in play. I'm going to quickly run through the lineups. On the side of Team Buriza, we've got Helm playing the Crystal Maiden. So there's a small switch up here. If I'm not mistaken, Helm is that offlane player. Now he's playing the easy on the Legion commander. We got Clown K on the Storm Spirit. So if I'm not mistaken, Team Buriza are a side that do have sponsorship behind them. And they've got a gaming house as well, or a boot camp, whatever you call it, in Hyderabad, which is where they're operating from right now. Hyderabad, an ideal place to have a gaming house, I presume. Good internet is something that Andhra Pradesh and Telangana are known for. Mid lane, Dinchak Puja walks in to start out early rotations. Venom walks in with a smoke of his own. The smoke will dispel, so he does know that Ricky is nearby. Unusual bit of starting items coming up from the Ricky. Has gone for the 2 slippers of agility, so we'll be looking to rush the Poor Man's Shield in instead of the usual starting Orb of Venom. Easy. Looks like he plans on moving into the jungle rather soon, which is a bit surprising considering Legion Commander is one of those offlaners who can be a nuisance to deal with just early on. Then Chak Puja looking to snatch the rune. And will not end up getting it. So what's early vision looking like? The Radiant, they just have this one ward looking at the cliff. That's about it. While Dinchak Puja is yet to drop down any of her wards. Drops her sentry in the mid lane and pulls the entire creep wave with her. Yeah, so Dinchak Puja did manage to get the D ward off though. Sentry for a sentry. You'd be hoping you got an Orbs as well to pick up that 100 gold. Is trying to do as much work as possible here. Meanwhile, in the offlane, RC, he's only got the Iron Shell. The nuke is there from Venom. He drops an Iron Shell on a creep, is trying to spread as much damage as possible, but the Frostbite is there. And Venom does secure first blood, so that should be an early boots on the Night Stalker. Mid lane, it looks like Clown K is coming out on top in terms of CS. Has Mama Sita started out with a Quelling Blade? Yes, he has. But yeah, the CS battle is so much more important considering you're getting EXP for denies as well as last hits. And it looks like Clown K is winning rather convincingly here by himself. Pashu, there's only so much he can do. He needs to force Easy into the jungle before he hits before it hits the 5-minute mark, before he has a shrine to work with. And just shutting down the offlaner means so much. It means an easy tower, it means the safe laner is doing a whole lot better. Dinchak Puja could block the camp here, but lets it spawn and takes the bounty rune instead. Easy knows what's going on. I guess if you're Standin 5, you wait for Mama Sita to get a couple of levels, maybe get that early Veil. And that's when your lineup really comes together. And you've got a roaming Ricky, but he hasn't really done that much just yet for his team. Hasn't been as effective as, say, the Night Stalkers. Already landed kill. Top lane, Easy, dropping low card out of position. The kinetic field, well, he's just going to walk past it. Drops the press the attack. Is alive for the time being. Is healing up. Drops the salve. The salve will be cancelled. But this should be a base trip at the very least, considering he doesn't have a shrine for another 2 minutes. Not really sure how Legion loses that much health to a Lifestealer and a Disruptor. But hey. Mid lane. Mamacita is doing fine. He's sitting at 20 CS. He's caught up with the Storm. And has he got the chains yet? He has, but no mana. So kill on Clown K, not going to happen. He gets mana for the chains. The smoke screen is there. That caught Clown K out of position. This could be a kill. He pops the Fairy Fire, but it's not going to be enough. Drops the Remnant, turns around, doesn't get anything in exchange. Ends up going down. And the rotations from Dinchak Puja already paying off just 4 minutes into the game. Dinchak Puja steals another bounty rune. And, well, he's trying to trade hits with the Legion. This isn't going to work out too well, honestly. And, yeah, the Fate time does manage to keep him alive for the time being. But it is night, and this is where Night Stalker really shines. He's looking for a pickoff. Doesn't see the darks here. We've done some serious damage on the Sven with all those iron shells. Darkseer shows himself, might just end up going down. He's got the surge. Can he get out of here? Drops the surge, is trying to escape, and does manage to juke Venom for the time being. And jukes Henry as well. Good stuff coming from the Darkseer. How are both our offlaners looking? I mean, RC, he's level 4, while Legion is sitting at level 2. He's got the Iron Talent. But the problem is when you're not contesting the enemy's safe lane, the safe lane is going to pull ahead by a fair bit. And that's going to show, I mean, look at the Lifestealer. He's level 5. He's sitting at 2.3k net worth, while Sven is level 4. And I'm not really sure if using the Iron Talon going to the jungle is the most effective way to play the off lane. He's giving the enemy safe laner more, and he can honestly contest the enemy safe laner here. Just a disruptor, he should be rather fine. In fact, he can even maybe trade hits with the disruptor. He is going to get glimpsed back into kinetic field. The open moons are coming out. Easy drops the press the attack, and he should be fine. They can't kill him, and they should probably give him license to go back into the lane, spam those overwhelming odds, and push Lifestealer out of the lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You know, in all honesty, the jungle is not really a safe place when you got a Rikimaru who's roaming all across the map. Dinchak Pooja has picked up her boots. I keep saying her because of his damn in-game name, not because Rikimaru is a female. And he's got the Orb of Venom also. He's put 2 points into the Cloak and Dagger. Would have honestly liked to see a point in Blink Strike as well. Does help close the gap and secure kills. Clown K clearing ancient stacks. Luxia not doing too bad, getting closer and closer to his soul ring. Night Stalker, the first night expires and he hasn't done too much. He has rotated to the top lane. Hold on, folks. I'm going to change a quick setting. The camera is a little bit buggy for me. Ah, there you go. It should be a whole lot smoother now. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, top lane, Dinchak Pooja does cut out the Night Stalker. Good aggressive ward coming out from the Dire. So Venom, first night is over. Hasn't accomplished too much. Really been an underwhelming laning phase for Team Buriza. But where they pick up is all of a sudden, Clown K gets farm. He's steamrolling all over you. And that's when Team Buriza really pick up. It's the mid game when they start to shine. They like to play this passive early game. And it seems as if Standin 5 are not doing enough to punish it. But Ricky, just by his absence on the map, creates so much fear. He is scouting out these movements coming out from Standin 5. Even drops an aggressive observer bot. Does know that the Legion commander is jungling, and this could be a chance for them to contest. He's not blocking the camps though, which he could be doing. Yeah, does end up blocking on that camp.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He's got Pashu for company. Pashu not yet level 6.
Dire's bottom tower
And it's a rather bit inefficient thing coming out from him. When you're the babysitting support, you want to be pulling creeps and getting EXP from that. There's no reason why he should be so under level 9 minutes, and he should actually be around level 5 or 6 and have the Static Storm ready. Anyway, Infest Bomb on the cards here. Then Pooja carrying a parcel easy. Doesn't know what's going on. He's got the life steal on top of him with the kinetic field. He can't escape. Tries to get away with the pressy attack, but will not be able to. The TP rotations are here. Pashu being silent. Here comes Dino on the sweat. Huge zip from Clown K. Will get the kill. Wins it further. He's been glimpsed back, but he doesn't care. Dino is trying to bring down the life stealer. Clown K with range. He's got the overcharge. Zips further. Did have the mana. If I'm not mistaken, that was Storm within regen rune. And Team Buriza, just like that, have woken up in the early game, and they're going to transition this into an early tower. You do not expect the enemy safe laner to rotate just 10 minutes into the game. But Dino, he's done just that. He's got his Mask of Madness as well as his power threads if he wants it. But yeah, Crystal Maiden is level 6. So clearly MG on the Crystal Maiden has been a whole lot more effective than the Disruptor in terms of pulling and getting EXP from whatever Lil is available in the map. Pashu with the kinetic field does trap Dino in it. Disruption trying to make quick work of Dino, walks ahead, gets a frostbite, and Dino with the Gotchen doing some serious damage there. Can give chase, pops the MOM, gets that extra movement speed, but will get glimpsed back. NGA does know that the Disruptor is hanging around. Walks in with the Frostbite. The kinetic field is there. Can Dino get the Storm Hammer? Yes, he will. He's been blocked off. Dinchak Puja walks in, drops the smoke screen. And Dino, not a care in the world, is going to TP out of there. But Dinchak Puja with the last hit secures the kill on the enemy Sven. And now it looks like Helm might just end up falling. Turns around with the Frostbite caught in the kinetic field though, with Dinchak Puja with the Blink Strike and the Vacuum coming in from RC as well. They do end up securing the kill. But all of this is only space for Clown K and Easy to get a mid tower at 12 minutes into the game. Benim goes for the Tranquil Boots. It is level 6, so he's got the Hunter in the Night to work with if he needs to use it. They know that Clown K is jungling. And honestly, this Ricky pickup is already paying off for them. Because if there's one thing Team Buriza like to do, it's going to the jungle and catch up with some farm and EXP. And Ricky's scouting all of this out. But they're not honestly punishing the jungle just yet. They need the Ember Spit to get involved. Ember's got his BOT 12 minutes in. He's made a relatively good timing for himself. And he needs to be on the hunt with the Ricky looking for these pickups in the jungle. MGL level 7. Disruptor still sitting at level 5 though. Infest Bomb on the cards. A lot of overcommitment for Helm GA. He's staying alive. He got the silence on the Ember Spirit, but no one really to bring him down. Here comes Easy, drops the overwhelming odds and disengages Dino on the Sven. He's got the Mask of Madness, wants to fight early. It is nighttime, they're giving chase. Mamacita with the combination, holding them in place. But the silence is there, and there should be a kill on Mamacita, and indeed it will be. With the Storm Hammer, they turn focus though. They're moving on to Sven with the open wounds. They're doing some serious damage, but look at those overwhelming odds. It might just be enough, but it looks like with the Rikimaru and the tricks of the trades, they will be able to zone back Team Buriza. But Clown K, not a care in the world, turns around, brings down the Riki. RC even drops the wall. Not really sure what that was about. They got the Sven, but they lose the Ember and the Riki. Fight recap. Shows that it was an almost even gold exchange for both teams. And a huge chunk of the damage coming out from the Legion Commander. And those overwhelming odds. Team Buriza just huddling by their shrine. And once again going back into the jungle. RC with an absolutely underwhelming wall there. And 15 minutes in, he's been sitting in his offlane all by himself, but he's not got any item to show for it. No utility just yet coming up from this dark side. Dinchak Puja is trying to scout as much as possible. Mamacita is rotating. This could be the pickup that they're looking for. It's a Sven with the Mask of Madness activated, so he can't activate Walk or anything just yet. And looks like I disconnected, folks. Quickly reconnecting to Steam. Okay, and we're back. Looks like I missed a huge fight. They lost Clown K on the Storm Spirit as well as the Night Stalker. So all that vision coming out from Dinchak Puja finally paying off. And looks like they're chasing for more. They will get the kill on Helm. And that's 3 quick kills for Standin 5, and they're hoping to transition this into a tower. Speaking of utility coming out from the off lane, a Legion Commander has picked up a Blink Dagger. Then RC on the docks here. Well, he's getting closer and closer to his mech, but it's not yet there anytime soon. Anyway, Standin 5, they're going for objectives here. They're trying to shut down the map for all purposes here for Team Buriza. But Team Buriza, they want to chase. Looks like we have a pause. 10-7 the score. Not too... Well, I mean, it's still any team's game for the taking. And I think Team Buriza need to shut down this roaming potential coming up from the Ricky Maru. He's just been getting so much vital information for Standin 5. And just with that extra information coming out from the Ricky Maru, they're able to do so much more in team fights. They're able to choose their team fights a lot more wisely. Ricky's also been scouting out the Legion Commander, blocking stack attempts coming out from the Legion Commander, soaking EXP from the jungle, stealing bounty runes. And this Ricky Maru, he's definitely had a solid impact in the mid game. And now he needs the scores to carry him through. Clown K on the Storm, how's he looking in terms of items? He's getting closer and closer to his Bloodstone. It's not too shabby timing. Okay, folks, looks like I'm lagging again. Not really sure what the issue is. Okay, looks like I'm back. 7.06, new way to play the Ember Spirit. He has gone for the 10% spell amplification, but he's going to be skipping the Veil altogether and moving to something like the Maelstrom. Static Storm and Kinetic Field in the mid lane. Absolutely whiffed. What is the hurry, Pashu? And why did Henry have to walk back in? Anyway, he uses the Frostbite and Mamacita. Mamacita giving chase. He's got the Flame Guard as well as the Iron Shell, but will disengage. Here's the duel coming out from Easy. 2-man vacuum wall. This is where you needed the Static Storm. It's just not there. Overwhelming odds, doing a whole lot of damage. Dino is standing and man fighting, but will end up going down. Disruption gets pulled back by the Electric Vortex, but he's just going to walk past the wall. Venom caught in the chains. RC drops the Surge. They're giving chase, and it looks like Pashu will score a double kill. The Thunder Strike sealing the deal on Bennett's Night Stalker, who's been anything less than effective in this early game. Hasn't really done much for his team. And Legion Commander did end up winning the duel, but Standin 5, well, they ended up winning the battle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Mamacita finds the regen route. Couldn't get better than this. Clown K does have the Bloodstone complete. Did score one quick charge in that previous engagement. Not going to discount Team Buriza just yet from this game, because I have seen Clown K and the way he can snowball on that Storm Spirit. If anything, this is when the lineup really starts to come together. Legion Commander has the Blink, Storm has the Bloodstone, and is looking to find a pick off in the top lane. It looks like I'm having a couple of issues. I am spiking horribly. I'm just going to take a quick look into this, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, folks, hopefully it's been sorted out. I just quickly doing a reconnect, getting back into the game. all the days to have internet issues. That had to be today. And we're back. Okay, hopefully it's a lot better. Looks like we have a small engagement, easy with the duel. Might end up winning it. Clown K comes in for backup. Disruption with the open wounds, trying to bring down the Legion commander. But here comes Dinu with the Mask of Madness. Will get a quick pick off on Dinchak Puja and is giving chase some more disruption. He's going to turn around and run, but Clown K zips forward aggressively, gets caught in the chains, and Life Shield just infests into the Ember Spirit to make sure he gets out of there. Dinu with the Storm Hammer. It did clip on the Dark Side. He pops the Mask of Madness as well. Clown K goes in. Electric Vortex should be a kill. And beautiful bit of discipline coming out from Mamacita. Doesn't want to concede anymore. And Clown K is already sitting at 17 Bloodstone charges. Gosh, we missed a lot. And the network has swung back in favor of Team Buriza. Like I said, they wait for the mid game and then they just turn the game on its head. It's when Clown K really starts to become a force to be reckoned with. And Standin 5, have they got what it takes to hold on though? Dinu, he's been making some great plays and all-round good rotations. I mean, you don't see a Sven getting involved so early on. He's not been waiting to farm a lot of games and then only get active across the map. Meanwhile, mid lane, Clown K zips in, but Mamacita is out of there with his own remnant. Clown K zips into a jungle, finds the disruptor. Pashu out of position. Is the smoke screen going to be there though? And is it going to be enough with the static storm that caught Clown K? He's not got the ages or anything to work with. Mamacita holds him in place with the chains, but the press the attack, make sure that he gets out of there. They committed the static storm to hold the storm spirit, but they couldn't bring him down. Disruption giving chase with the surge. But no real lockdown coming out from him. He's gone for the Midas on the Life Stealer. Will have his Desolator up soon. I guess this is one of those games where he needs his Basher as soon as possible. Clown K farming by himself, Dinchak Puja. Getting some much needed vision for his team. Meanwhile, mid lane looks like a duel coming out from Easy. And with help coming out from the Knights and the Sven, they do secure the kill. Clown K zips in aggressively, zipping further, does cut out the storm, the disruptor, and will end up getting the kill. Jeez. Dinu got strength, Mask of Madness. Not a care in the world. He's going to start banging down on this tier 2 in the mid lane. Standin 5 though, the question is, do they want to contest? Can they contest? The Dark Sage still doesn't have anything to help him with his positioning, and he's going to almost be caught out of position. Clown K zips forward, pulls him back with the Electric Vortex. Venom running in, it is night time. He's got the nuke, the silence as well, and Easy. Make sure that he gets a dual win out of all of this. Dinu elsewhere tries to lock down Mamacita, who dodges the Storm Hammer but doesn't end up dodging the nuke. Will back off for the time being. Here comes Disruption on the Life Stealer, moves on a helm. Elsewhere, Dinchak Puja with the dust being revealed, being brought down. Remnants ahead from Mamacita will secure the kill. So they brought down the Crystal Maiden. They've caught the Sven and the Static Storm. And this could be a double kill for the Life Stealer, and indeed it is. Well, they are killing the Sven, but it's taking a whole lot to bring him down. Good bit of discipline coming out from Team Buriza. They knew that trying to rescue the Sven out of there was a lost cause, and they just let him die. Clown K now with 20 Bloodstone charges to his name. I guess if you're Standin 5, you wait for the Abyssal on the Life Stealer. But it's going to be a while before that comes online. In fact, it looks like he's building into the Manta style. Maybe to shrug off the silence coming out from the Storm Spirit. Wouldn't be too bad a choice. If I'm not mistaken, you can also shrug off the Frostbite coming out from the Crystal Maiden. Dinchak Puja though, he's on the hunt. It is daytime. So Night Stalker doesn't have that extra movement speed. They start off with the blink strike, smoke screen as well. Should be an easy kill. Press the attack, not enough. Easy. Clown K. Can they punish though? Here comes Easy. He's got no detection. Blinks in aggressively. No vision at all. Dinu's coming in as well. There's a severe lack of vision to lock down Dinchak Puja on the Ricky Maru. Dinu seems to be building into his BKB. Mid lane, Clown K zips in with the Orchid onto Mamacita. Tarik Storm kinetic field, and they've got Clown K in position. This could be the kill they need. He doesn't even get the deny off. That's a dominating streak that's been brought down, and they're moving in for more. And GA shows herself, gets brought down immediately on the Crystal Maiden. 2 quick kills, but Storm Spirit's already respawned. It's not yet night time. It will be in 2 minutes, and maybe then it's go time for Team Buriza. Mid lane, Clown K zips in. Gosh, every time that man zips, my heart skips a beat because he is so fearless on that Storm Spirit. Usually just dives past 2s and tier 3s without a care in the world. It looks like Team Buriza is recognizing the fact that the Static Storm is the reason 1 or 2 of them end up dying, and they're all itemizing for that. Clown K is he's building into a BKB himself. Smoke from Team Buriza. Oh, the Dire with a scan revealing what was going on the map. They're not sure if Team Buriza popped a smoke or if one was just farming Ancients. It looks like Standin, they're popping a smoke of their own. This time the Radiant with their scan. Not really finding anyone. Standin, where do they go though is the real question. Well, right now they do have high ground, but Mamacita walks up, dispels the smoke, gets caught in the duel with the Orchid. Should be an easy kill. You got the Static Storm and the Vacuum on the wall as well. Got the greens as well, but Clown K will end up bringing down Mamacita and then promptly denies himself. Here comes Dino with the Storm Hammer, with the God Strength, manages to bring down RC with the help of the freezing fields, and now it's Disruption out of position. They've got the Frostbite. Ricky comes in with the smoke screen, with the tricks of the trade. Disruption trying to give chase, moves on a Helm GA, but will end up falling to the Storm Hammer. And then Chakuja out of position, revealed by a sentry ward, will finally end up going down. Clown K is already respawned, and I think Team Buriza can move on. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there. I thought I lagged, but it seems as able to get that Bloodstone charge. Anyway, keep on the side of Standin who has buyback his Mamacita on the space. Disconnected from the server. I'm not sure if it means this normally doesn't happen, but excuse me folks for the few production hiccups that are taking place. Anyway, we'll be back to the game shortly. Team Buriza the background, and they still are. Mid lane looks like we had a small teamfight breakup. Mamacita, they got the attention on the
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
and it's got the
Dire's top tower is under attack.
looks like Standin 5 are trying to sneak a quick Roshan here. Do Team Buriza know? Dinchak Puja could scout out the enemy shrine if need be. Clown K, he's thinking of stealing in, zipping in and stealing Roshan. Does get scouted out. And once again I'm lagging folks. Okay, Easy has jumped in with the duel. He's popped the BKB as well. There is a smoke screen. And with the tricks of the trade even, I'm not sure if that was enough to stop the Easy and his duel. Disruption with the Rage Pop trying to bring down Helm GA here. As he's standing on the sidelines, he's dropped the wall, but will end up going down to the Electric Vortex coming out from the Storm Spirit. They've got Disruption and brought him down as well. It's a team wipe coming up from Team Good. That might just be licensed and take another in. And the Dire. Things not looking good for them right now.
This Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks.
This'll come in handy.
Never refuse good given.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with more Dota 2 casting. We've lost our caster today, and just want to see if my producer can hear me. Alright, the voice is coming through, so we had to kind of take over the game before we had any more silent casting. So I am joined with my co-caster, whose name is Super Manoj Gola.
Hello.
And we're going to kind of carry on the game from here, but you can see Standin 5 is kind of, their base is in shambles at the moment.
They're trying desperately to protect their high
Yes,
ground.
and the last few fights have kind of gone in their favor. They were able to take down quite a lot of units of the team Buriza, which actually ended up happening here. I'm going to put a circle here. So,
It looks like Buriza is getting a massive high ground push.
Yeah,
Like,
and
so
they
it's
want to
popping
finish
up.
it. They want to finish it, but look at that nice action coming in. They all kind of bit on the side. And what's it called? Why
So that vacuum has given they just got rid of their dark seal for nothing. Whereas Team Buriza has managed to bring down one barracks, the BLE barracks. Storms.
Alright, now I think you'll be able to hear us better. Alright, so they were able to punish the S5 pretty hard there. Trades did come in their favor though.
I don't know, man. It's late in the game. Buriza has two tier 2 towers, one tier 1 tower, and all their tier 3 towers intact. I think they think so. I think this is their thought process. Let's just sacrifice heroes, get mega creeps, let the game finish itself.
And that's the whole point, because look at all the lanes are pushed in fairly well, and they can kind of sacrifice a few bodies here and that. That cooldown of 60 seconds is okay. And by the time that S5 actually make it across the river,
they're already back.
Yeah, they're already back. Trying my best to control the camera here. Do apologize if my camera control is not up to the par, but
We are not professional Dota 2 casters, are
yes. But in any case, so what can Team S5 do, Gola? So you are pretty good at Dota 2 compared to me.
we? Okay, thank you for that compliment.
Yes.
So I'm guessing S5 has to wait for Buriza to make even a tiny mistake and capitalize on it. Right now, there's not much they can do. They exit their base, it's gonna get ratted. They have Storm Spirit who can make quick in and outs. They have Legion Commander who can stop any push just like that. And they have Balanar who is a god at night. Oh, just say Balanar, I bet Night Stalker.
Yeah, let's see if the Night Stalker actually has. Yeah, he has his axe. Look at that vision he's gonna be getting right now, and it's a complete lockdown. There's a line going right to the. It's a bit above middle also. That's the control.
The amount of map control Buriza has is good. Like, who was leading in the beginning of the game? Was it Standin 5 or Buriza?
It was a back and forth match throughout.
But there was one fight in the middle where just Buriza just took control of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, and a nice smoke coming out now by Standin. Is this the one push to end it all? One ring to rule them all. So let's try and follow. I'm going to be following Sven here to get most of the action. And seems like Standin 5 have no idea where the other team is. And this is going to be catching them with quite a surprise. And here we go. And Storm Spirit jumps in, kills the courier immediately. He's silent, uses the Glimmer Cape, but not enough. Wall goes down. There's a nice fight going on here, and what to do? What to do? This is a lot of action. Not able to win the duel because the life steal. Crystal Maiden still standing up, but died almost immediately. Look at that, and still coming up on top here. There's quite a lot of units still alive, and Sven trying to clean up. And look at that.
They bring that lifestealer down. It's GG, man.
Yeah, this lifestealer is the last hope, and Storm is still after him. Does not have any mana left now.
Quick look at the buybacks. Look at that. Lifestealer doesn't have a buyback for 15 more seconds. Can they use this time to get mega creeps?
I think they can. Look at the middle lane here, and these guys are, in for it. They want to clear it out. But look at that. Ricky's still trying to scout some stuff out here, but I don't think he'll be able to do much.
He's just there to give vision. And that sentry ward right there, that's going to be the death of him.
Yeah, and it is. Ember trying to make the last stand. Defense of the Ancient. Cooldown on Lifestealer also. He's back, and this Sven is in a lot of trouble. Oh my god. And how did he just fly over that whole thing?
That's the new patch.
How? What?
Yes.
He just walked over the...
Uh-huh. Exactly.
That was quite surprising. I was like, did she just
do you see his third power now having a mana cost?
Hunter in the night. What does it give him?
Flying unit. He becomes a flying unit.
Wow, those wings coming to a use. They got the gem there, but look at the Storm Spirit.
Express delivery right there.
Yes, got the gem. Luckily had the slot available to him, but Lifestealer still after him, but able to zip away again.
And the creeps in the bottom lane have gotten both the barracks now.
And look at this. They still stand. The defense of the Ancient still stand. This game is...
I don't know, man. Now that Roshan is back, there's no way Buriza is going to lose this. Standin 5 just cannot afford to leave their base for long enough to get the Roshan. And with Roshan, Buriza can just even make a couple of mistakes in the fights and still come out on top.
But look at those buybacks.
Yeah.
Look at those buybacks. It's just red all across, and one flying unit has the ability to buy back right now. So this is, this Roshan fight, if S5 can make it there, this would be finish of it all. It'll just finish everything. I'm trying really loud, trying to speak loudly, so you guys can hear us better.
I just bumped up our volume so that at least we don't screech. I want to take a quick look at the items that all the heroes have. Maybe after this possible collision in the mid. Nah, he's just backing off.
And look at this. The fight has started now. Roshan is going to be going down fairly quickly. And S5 have no idea what's happening and what's going to hit them soon in the face. It's going to be Roshan laying down some serious eggs and cheese omelette.
Is this the second or third? Oh, second Roshan now gives cheese, right? Yes, it does.
Don't read patch notes to me, sir. I have no idea what's going on with the patch notes at the moment. And I was surprised. I was surprised by Night Stalker actually flying over the... like, how?
So they've given the cheese to the Storm Spirit, which does make a lot of sense.
And Storm, now S5, full defensive force, standing in base. It's one goal to... All they have to do is defense of the Ancient, and Sven is there challenging their ultimate goal of defending. Look, that smoke does a lot of misses, man. Look at that. That tower going down fairly quickly.
And there we go. Buriza has gotten mega creeps, and Standin 5 can only just count the days until their entire base is cleared of buildings.
And this is it. This is it. I think a GG would be coming out right now. I don't think there's any hope left. Manoj, do you think any?
There is no hope. They should have called GG by now. I don't know why Standin 5 is still clinging on to some forgotten hope. I don't see the hope anywhere right now.
The hope never dies, my friend. The hope never dies, my friend. Buriza off to a great start. Off to a great finish actually now. But Sven in a lot of trouble. Is vacuum followed up? No vacuum follow up also. Sven still has the Aegis. Able to stun actually 2 units at the same time. Now trying to walk away. Will not even picks up the rune.
If he doesn't get help from his team, he is going to die.
And where is the team? Let's look at the team right now. They are far, far away. And Sven trying to make something happen here. But look at this base. Can they actually end it?
They can. With the team, not with the people they have right now. There's just too much defense.
And 3 units down on Buriza now. There's only Storm and Night Stalker, but they can still kind of go in there and back door. Look at this creep wave, just knocking at the front door. And they have to come back to defend now. Even though there's not enough buybacks on Buriza, they don't have to worry about it because this team is not leaving.
And they really only have to defend one lane. The only lane that they can rat, the only lane that Standin 5 can rat is bot lane. But
doesn't matter. It's all throughout.
Matter.
Look at these guys. These guys are on
fat.
Steroids.
They're fat.
Look at the damage, 100 damage, and look at that health. These guys are on steroids, and they are here for one mission, and that is to destroy their base.
All your base are belong to us, man.
Yes, all your base are belong to us.
Somebody set us up the bomb.
That is the most famous line in gaming history, and everyone should know that reference. And I can't even select him anymore. The game seems to have bugged out.
Even the game is getting tired of this defense. This is Hero Siege all over again, man.
This is like the single player game mode that you play, where you just have to defend against the hordes and hordes of people, and once in a while a boss shows up also. But in this case, it's going to be 5 bosses showing up together.
And they're killing you.
They are going to kill you. I seriously.
So I wonder.
What's the plan? What's the plan here? Explain it to me. Look at this tower is still standing.
Looks like look at that. I want to show you the net worth right now, and 3 out of the top 5 net worth belong to the cores of Buriza. How do they expect to fight back from this? I have no
Ember
idea.
actually doesn't have a lot of damage. He's actually struggling. There you go. Sven comes in trying to clean up. That's a quick cleanup there. That's 50's cleanup right there. And it's over. And Abhi, it's going to be the end. A lot of creeps. Sven still somehow surviving, able to survive. Oh,
I think it's just the lifesteal and with his ulti.
Yeah.
That's how he's surviving.
And that is it. It's GG.
So finally Standin 5 call GG. Congratulations to Team Buriza.
And congratulations. They actually they call him cheaters. By the way, no one can cheat. I guess he's saying Ricky is cheating, but the stream delay is massive. By the time you guys hear this, I'll be home. I'm just kidding. It'll be CSGO would have started by then. But thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We'll also like to thank our caster Vivek, who was not able to finish the game, so we had to follow up on that. And congratulations, team Buriza, to winning this game very, sure-heartedly.
That was a decisive avalanche right there.
Yeah,
There was one tipping point in about the 22nd minute of the game where they won a fight very well.
Yeah.
And it's been a snowball ever since.
Yes. And this is the current scorecard right now, 39 to 33. It was an action-filled match, 44 minutes long actually. Let's look at the scoreboard now, and you can kind of see how everything was standing. Funny thing to see,
it's only 74 damage.
this is 74, but keep in mind, this went to 74 in the last 2 minutes. This was at 34 most of the game. Actually, the most of the game in the beginning, LC was just farming normally. It was not able to win nice duels there. So now let's look at the graphs. And why don't you talk about the graphs?
So, see, do you see this point right here at the 30-minute mark?
Yeah, let me get the mouse closer.
Why did you use the mouse?
So here we are looking at the 30 minutes mark.
That valley right there, that was the tipping point.
That was the valley of death?
That was the valley of death for Standin 5.
Alright.
So there's not much to say about it. Like, the graphs keep going up, but you can see the difference between the two graphs increasing at an even bigger pace than they're going up.
Yeah.
And
that's it. I guess that's it for now. We have to go into Counter-Strike, and the Counter-Strike game today is SemperX versus Team Wolf, which is going to be quite exciting. So we'll call it a night for now from Dota 2. So let's roll into CSGO right away. Thank you so much, Gola, for being my partner in crime here.
I don't know what crime we've committed. Maybe it's just bad casting.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. We are signing out. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take it away, Vagish.
Thank you.
Back again with the action of the day 4 of the ESL India Premiership 2016 summer season. Day 4, people. We've gotten done with the phase 1 of the summer season already. We are right now in phase 2, and we have some new entrants in the Masters League and some new entrants in the Challenger League thanks to the promotion relegation which happened over the course of the weekend. And now, today on day 4, we're done with 2 games. That's the best of 5 Clash Royale and the Dota 2 match, which just got done. For everybody who's joining in late, we had an intense showdown between 2 teams. One team which made its way from the Challenger League into the Masters League. Team Buriza is the team in question here. And they were facing off against Standin 5, a pretty much solid team with good due homework done in the background. Turns out Standin 5 did give them a tough fight in the initial part of the game. They made sure that Buriza had a tough time, had a very tough time farming, and ensured that they had the upper hand. But sadly, Team Buriza came with a purpose. That purpose got fulfilled at the end of the game when Team Standin 5, Mama Sita and gang, had to call in a GG because of an OP Balanar Storm Spirit and gang. Little did they know that they would be coming here in this game and going back with a sorry face. Well done, Team Buriza. Well done indeed. A very great comeback there. Alright, Standin 5, word of advice and consolation from my side. Do go back to the drawing board, figure out where the weakest link lies, work on it. You'd end up getting better. Trust me, that's what Dota is all about. And this is coming from a guy who definitely does not play that well of a Dota. And I mean, you guys are a pro team, you guys would know better. So we expect you guys to be better, and at the end of the day, for the entirety of the gaming community, it's all about the exemplary gameplay, irrespective of the win or the loss which you guys put forth to us. So every single team here in the Masters League and the Challenger League, salute to you guys. Alright, for everybody joining us late, well, it's not necessarily late because we have 1 game remaining for this day 4. Yes, we have a Counter-Strike Global Offensive game between Team Wolf and Team SemperX, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are watching us on the Facebook page of ESL India or the YouTube gaming channel of ESL India Premiership, give us a high five, give us a shout out. Also, don't forget to tweet to us using the handle on Twitter at the rate ESL_India. We'd be happy to get back to you, and you can do the same on Facebook. Comment to us. My man, my social media, and the ESL India Premiership people will respond to you with appropriate responses. Now, moving on. This is the phase 2 of the ESL India Premiership 2017 summer season phase 2, and this has been brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX, Zowie by BenQ, and organized by Norton Gaming. And for those latecomers who are joining us, welcome. If you're wondering who I am Vagish Gotsleban, and I'm the guy who takes you through the games as and when they happen one by one. Also, before I forget, thank you Manoj Super XL, Gola, and Gotham Workaholic Work for taking us through the game as and when the action transpired. Very well done, very well casted indeed. Now moving forward, let's quickly, before we head off into who the teams are, let's quickly take a look at the standings of the CSGO Masters table. Alright, talking about the CSGO Masters table, let's quickly see who's up on the table and who's down there in the bottom. Alright, so quickly taking a look at the CSGO Masters table, it goes without any doubt that Risky Gaming has been up at it again. This behemoth from UAE has decided that the purpose they've come here and they've joined the ESL India Premiership doesn't go in vain. They've played 2 matches, both of them exemplary victories, and they have 6 points in their name now. Now they're followed by JMD Gaming closely with the 2 matches played, out of which one of them is a loss, and they have secured 3 points in the process. Now whereas Team Wolf has 1 match played which was a loss, and they're followed by ND Esports, now NDD Gaming, SemperX, Trademark Gaming, Brutality, and Dare to Dream. While we're at it, let's also quickly take a look at the Challenger League standings. Talking about the Challenger League standings now, we have Shooting Monkeys there with 3 points in their kitty, 1 match played, and that too a win, followed by 2 Easy Gaming. If you guys remember during the playoffs, 2 Easy Gaming had a match in the last round of the promotion relegation playoffs. The guys, the lads tried so hard. They got through the first round, but sadly at the last moment, They just like back there in the Challenger League. Now this is their second chance where they will have to better their game. They'll have to up the ante and climb up the ladder so that they can again avail the opportunity to proceed to the Masters League. So they are at the second position with 3 points in their kitty, a win in their kitty again. Now Team JHS is again with the same score, 3 points in their kitty, 1 match played, and that match was a victory. Now Game for Glory, team from Pakistan, again stands on the 4th position. They have 3 points in their kitty, 1 match played, a registered win. Whereas Team Iati is on 5th rank, and they have 3 points in the kitty. They've played 2 matches out of them. 1 was a registered loss. Now, Blitz Gaming is yet to show up with any points in the standing table, so they are on the 6th place. Whereas Accuracy Gaming is having 0 points. They played 3 matches. All 3 of them are losses. Whereas Team Elements, now you would remember this team because they got relegated from the Masters League and they are now here down under in the Challenger League, and they have 0 points to the name because they played 1 match and that too was a loss. Now talking a bit about the teams which are having a showdown, like I keep saying, like I keep plugging in, let me remind you guys once again that every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 p.m. you guys get to witness the only esports news show in India called the Esports Center, where we broke to you the news, the fact that Amit Rasu, one of the star players for Team Wolf, has now joined ranks with Dare to Dream, and now this team is also Dare to Dream is now also having a new coach, which we will reveal later. I mean, that's a new show for you guys. But a little bit about the teams having a showdown today. We have 2 amazing teams, Team Wolf versus SemperX, playing off against each other. Now, SemperX is that team which has Mythilef in their roster. Now Mythilef is one of the premier names in this team, and this team turned out to be a dark horse because they maintained a steady win-loss ratio. They had a good show in the phase 1 of the summer season, or the summer season of the ESL India Premiership 2017, and now they have players like Hunter, they have Ishpreet Singh Chadha, they have Hasnain Impale Saeed. Like I said, they had a great run in the phase 1. They want to literally bring it down to the fact that they not necessarily become the dark horse, but the lead horse of this race, and they will leave no stone unturned to defeat their opposition, which is Team Wolf. Now a lot of its members hail from the former CSGO team Overcome. Now as Overcome, they had qualified for ESWC 2016, and they're one of the 8 top CSGO teams at the 2016 Masters last year. Now they are led by Ritesh Ritz Shah, and the team has had an interesting player in Gokul DNM Saga, who is a full-time ER doctor during the day and pro CSGO player at night. So anytime you guys are having heart murmurs or stuff like that while playing CSGO, DNM's the guy to go to. Also, the team boasts of talents such as Anuj Amitarasu Sharma, who's not playing with them anymore. Remember, guys, I just broke the news to you. He's now playing for D2D. Roster has been changed. They have Devesh Monster Shetty also in their roster. And in the summer season phase 1 of the ESL India Premiership 2017, the team was placed 6th. And now Team Wolf and Team SemperX are going to have a tete-a-tete. Not literally, like, how would I say, literally is a bad word. Verbally, they're going to do a showdown with guns, grenades, and a lot of blood and gore. So get hooked on to this amazing match between these 2 formidable teams here, only at the ESL India Premiership 2017 Phase 2 summer season.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another cracking game of Counter-Strike, and well, today it's between the 2 veterans of the Indian scene, Team Wolf against Team SemperX. Now these 2 teams have faced off against each other on multiple occasions, and they know exactly how the other team plays. Like literally, they know each other like the back of their hands. That's how familiar these 2 teams are, and frankly speaking, they have met a couple of times over the past few weeks, and each time I think it was Team Wolf who came out on top. The most recent head-to-head was in COBX, the tournament that just concluded yesterday, where Team Wolf lost the grand finals to NT Esports, and they lost it in a very convincing manner, that too. So hopefully that doesn't play in the back of the minds of Team Wolf. However, they should take recourse and reassurance in the fact that over the past 2 times that they have met, it has been them, Team Wolf, that have come out on top and left Team SemperX in the dust. SemperX today playing with a stand-in. Krish, he's going to be replacing Starboy, and unfortunately, Amaterasu has departed Team Wolf's roster and has joined D2D, so he's going to be replaced by Falcon. Well, all in all, it's going to be shaping up to be a cracker of a game of Counter-Strike, so let's see how this turns out, because, well, it is Mirage, it is, or as I, more endearingly like to call it, Dust 3. So don't really know who's going to come out on top. SemperX did take risky gaming to overtime, but Team Wolf, as I've said before, actually beat SemperX on this very map just a few days ago. I mean, I think a little over a week ago. Yes, that does still qualify as a few days. So both teams having registered their victories and their accolades on Mirage, so should be a very evenly contested and competitive game of Counter-Strike. Well, just waiting for the game to go live, folks. Should go live in just a matter of seconds. But yeah, there we go. I think, yeah, match is going live. Pistol live. Team Wolves winning the knife round and opting to stay on the CT side. And it's going to be instantly the kit and the smoke coming out onto Monster. DNM, or Gokmeister as he calls himself these days, Gokul, Dr. Sahib, one of the most qualified people in Indian Counter-Strike, literally. He is a legitimate medical doctor, folks. And yeah, 4 sets of armor, and over on the flip side, Hunter, the only player on SemperX running the utility. And it looks like it might just be a B split from the looks of things early round. Yeah, Krish is making his way into B apartments. Bomb is going to be resting just outside. And it's a very retake-ish setup. Look at this push, though. This push out on a T-ramp is just right now giving Wolves all the information in the world. And they can actually play off of this pretty convincingly and comfortably. And yeah, you see the rotations coming in, the 2 players making their way into the B bomb side, and the B pins are coming in just about in a second. And it's going to be Krish to face off, Manan to face off alone in the side. And he lands 2 sweet headshots. Can he get more is the question. Ritz now tapping away, gets the bomb down as well. Krish in the meantime does find 2 kills, but he's left all alone now in a 1v3 situation. What can he do? He needs to isolate the fights. He does spot out the player over by B apartments. And oh, there we go. DNM pops out, takes his head clean off, and first round on the board for the Wolves. And there we go. Very good retake setup on the B bomb side. That push coming out on ARAM from DNM, and I think it was Ritz. Perfect. That's all the information they needed to set up for that retake. And Manan just hitting some crazy shots there and getting the 2 opening frags, and that more or less seals the deal for Team Wolves and going into the first round. That had all the writings of the perfect anti-strat coming in from Team Wolf in that pistol round. And okay, Bomb is going over to B apps, and 2 players over by T-ramp. Oh, but look at that. Mythil just straight off the bat taking a ton of nade damage. I think he caught that grenade with his face. And yeah, the force buy does come in. We have 3 Deagles, 1 P250, and a Tech 9 armor. No head armor on any player except Krish. And it looks like it's going to be an A-pincer play. 1 player's high made, 2 players are making their way underpass, and 2 players are waiting outside T-ramp. So they're going to pincer the A-bomb side in about a little while. They do have 2 smokes to work with, so they should be going down anytime now. But in the meantime, there we go. Riz is going to pop out. Oh, and gets his head blown off. Interesting. Manan in the meantime just playing by the edge of the smoke. Spotting connector. Needs to be careful. There's a player. Okay. No. Oh, Krish. Just doing Krish thing. That's just amazing headshots. And Monster getting 1 kill. DNM getting another. Oh, Krish in the meantime does get the 2nd kill. It brings it down to a 2v3. No one would have thought this possible. Krish is internally bleeding. Foxy is not looking in the pink of health either. Impale, the only one with above half HP. So it is doable. They know exactly where 1 player is. That is in Palace. He's rattled off a few shots. That is Monster. Oh, and Falcon getting flanked and getting put down. And there we go, Monster. Internally bleeding on 9 points of health. All Impale has to do is just give him a love tap. Give him a love tap. He does have armor to work with. And there we go. Impale impales him to the side of the floor there. And 1-1. SemperX immediately win the round back after losing the pistol. And that's just that, folks. Like, that's the thing, right? The pistols on SemperX just so dangerous. So very dangerous. 1-1 is the score. And 2 SMGs, 2 AK-47s, and a Galil coming out onto Hunter. That's interesting. And on the flip side, Wolves going with more or less a full eco, just upgraded pistols across the board. Not really sure why they'd go for this. I mean, they can go for it, but I'd rather see them forcing it up this round because the T economy isn't that great either. In the meantime, Ritz getting tagged down to 4 points of health, and support is just a little too slow to arrive. And he's going to get Molotoved off. That is going to be Manan. And Impale. I'll spot out Manan, but Manan with the duck walk peak not working out for him. And gets his head blown off. Falcon, in the meantime, playing alone by the B-bomb site. The bomb is making its way over to the B-bomb site. Oh, Falcon getting spotted out and getting put down. Just 3 players left, and Ritz barely alive. And whoa, Krish there getting the kill onto Monster. And Hunter just playing on the edge of the smoke. He knows there's 2 players there. And yep, there we go. Hunter spots out Ritz, takes him, just kills him, I guess. And DNM now left all alone in a 1v5. And look at the difference. The anti-eco that came in from SemperX, just so clinical, so methodical. They took their time. They didn't rush. They didn't hurry. They just waited for the CTs to walk into their crosshairs and just took them apart and picked them off one by one as they picked them. And what's most interesting is that they played the buddy system very well there. SemperX seems to have done their homework. They've gone back to the drawing board and, worked on their fundamentals, and now they're back looking pretty decent. They played the buddy system pretty well there, and they'll be going up against yet another eco. So rest assured, Team Wolf gonna have a very good buy going into their gun round. And look at this mid aggression from DNM, and that nade is gonna do some damage, but Hunter just not having any of it. Pops out a high mid, takes 2 heads clean off, and it's down to a 3v5. Ritz though might catch someone off guard. Yes, does manage to get the kill onto Impale, but Mithil there for the instant trade. And Falcon landing a dink onto Mithil. Mithil now left very low. He also does a lot of damage onto Hunter and finally does take him down as well. Falcon putting that P250 to excellent use there. Not the best of weapons at that range, but he's doing some damage here. But now, yeah, that's all she wrote for Falcon as well. Mithil cleans it up. They lose 2 players, but they lost 1 UMP and 1 Galil. That's all right. They have the money to buy into this round. And now look at the buy coming in from Wolves. Because they more or less full saved for 2 rounds consecutively, they can go into this round with the full stack of nades, all the rifles under the sun. A very healthy buy coming out from Team Wolf indeed. Scores are 1-3. The 5th round about to go live in just about a second. And alrighty, so very default setups coming out from Team Wolf. This time they're putting 2 over by B shot. I think they're gonna try the boost, the fancy boost of cinder blocks. Nope. So DNM's gonna spot mid from ladder room, and in the meantime, Monster opening the kill with the kill onto. I think he got the kill onto Impale, but no, Ritz got the kill onto Impale. He opened things up with the kill onto Krish. Manan does get refragged though, so it's still a 2v3. But look at this, DNM getting the kill onto Mithil, and I think it's down to a 2v4 now. This round should more or less be in the bag for Team Wolf. Just the bomb carrier, Hunter, and look at this Monster taking an aggressive angle. I don't think Hunter will be expecting a player to be here. Just because of their early aggression that already came in, I do not think Hunter will still be expecting a player to be playing this aggro. And the thing is, Monster will be able to spot Hunter's shadow before Hunter even sees him. And yep, the pre-fire comes in, but Hunter just so good with the AK-47. Decapitating Monster there. And Foxy's made his way out underpass. He's just chilling under sniper nest right now. DNM needs to be careful. Foxy might just peek out and pop his head off. And nope, it's going to be the other way around. And now it all comes down to Hunter. 30 seconds left on the clock. He's got the bomb and he's got it all to do. He has 50 points of health, a Molotov and a nade. What can he do is the question. The ideal scenario here will be to get the kill onto DNM, who's already low. So they can do some serious economic damage here to Team Wolf. But it looks like it's going to be 2 rounds on the board for Team Wolf. Unless Hunter can just catch DNM off guard, and it looks like he might just manage to. And yeah, there we go. He does manage to get the kill, but I don't think he has enough time. No, he doesn't. He's going to give it up. He's just going to save the rifle instead. Oh, unfortunate there. Hunter does manage to get the rifle away, though. So what that does is that it stretches the CT economy to near breaking point. So if SemperX manage to pull out this round, they're going to completely break Team Wolf. And it looks like that might just be the case because Monster is yet to buy up. There we go. You can already see the money there. Falcon, the only one with 4 digits in his bank balance. He's sitting pretty at 2K. Everyone else, so the Ritz is 0. Monster $0. DNM 100 and Manan at 550. So the money on the CTs is absolutely atrocious. Might be seeing some sort of a fast play. Krish with the op. That's interesting. Hunter and Krish playing a pretty isolated setup here. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be yet another pincer play. This time over towards the A-bomb side. There's 2 players high mid. 1 player in Palace and 1 player just outside T-Ramp. He's waiting for the A-main push, T-Ramp push if in case it does come at all. And they're going to be pincering the A-bomb side. I think they want to do it pretty soon, but this position by Monster. Yet again, playing very aggro here by T-Ramp. Not the best place to be playing, but he can catch 1 player off guard. But the problem is, he's already played aggro last round. I think Hunter might be expecting him to be playing aggro as well. And didn't really work out that well for him. The early round aggression paying off huge dividends. He did get the kill and was able to fall back. But Hunter there just snapped at him when he was... when he re-aggressed over at the late round, he just got his head completely, like, just eviscerated. But yeah, okay, so now the players... Oh, they're going to try for a fancy boost. Maybe to catch Ritz off guard. Oh, I think Impale spots Ritz's butt. And, oh, doesn't manage to land the kill in the meantime. Manan finds the kill on the Mythil. Krish does get Ritz. And Krish, I think he's wary that there might be someone playing close. Hunter making some noise. Monster is stuck between a rock and a hard place. What does he do? The nade comes in. So Hunter is expecting someone to be aggro, but will he be expecting someone at this angle? Oh, the shoulder peak. The shoulder peak of dreams, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go. Krish with the kill onto Monster. In the meantime, Manan just going to work. Brings it down to a 3v3. And, oh, okay. Foxy getting the kill onto DNM. And Manan gonna get Molotoved off. He's gonna go and make his way onto the platform and onto the A-bomb side. Oh, will they be expecting this fast play? Nope. Manan decapitates 100. Down to a 1v1. Oh, Krish's barrel. Oh, the barrel of his op was just sticking out from Firebox. And Manan with a huge clutch. And he clutches that round with a 4K as well. And rescuing the op. Manan just went beast mode for Wolves that round. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so SemperX did manage to get the bomb down. They'll be getting 1900 for the next round. Will be a bit of a stretched buy, but they decide to go with the armor pistol. It's a half buy. It's a half force buy, if that makes any sense. There's armor pistols out on the 4 players and Impale with his hand cannon, the Deagle. Well, Krish and Impale did go to work on that anti-eco, the force buy that they did after losing the pistol. So we know they're more than capable with these guns. And look at that. Monster out with the UMP. He is looking to play aggressive. And Impale needs to be careful. He's the one without the armor. And Monster's playing a pretty off angle. Impale might just get caught off guard. You never know. And it looks like it's going to be an out-and-out A hit. Everyone's just outside the A-bomb side. DNM needs to be careful. I think he might have heard the cock of a nade there. Monster still playing very patiently right outside Palace. And look at that. I think just off the information that DNM's getting right now, the rotation does come in. Ritz rotating off the B-bomb side and towards the A-bomb side. And DNM's going to push in. Oh, he's going to catch Foxy with his hands down, but does get instantly brutalized in return by Krish. And that Molotov's going to delay the push. Monster does get impaled. Still a 4v3. Still a very doable situation for Wolves, but they need to keep as many guns alive as possible. Now, what that Molotov allows Monster to do is push up, but look at that Mythil. With the instant trade yet again. Back and forth. Very back and forth. Oh, Ritz getting caught with his pants down. That's not going to work out. That should allow the bomb to go down. That would have been the objective for this round for SemperX. And even if they can sneak a win, that's just going to be a bonus. Mythil, in the meantime, does find Falcon, and it's all down to Manan yet again. In a 1v2, does decapitate Hunter and knows exactly where Mythil's playing from. That Molotov's going to flush him out. What can he do? Oh, but Mythil takes down his old compatriot, his old compadre in Manan. It is just so heartbreaking to see Manan and Mythil face off against each other like this. They've always been... In Indian esports, the names Manan and Mythil are like peanut butter and jelly. They just don't sound or feel or taste good, you know, playing separately. But That's the times we live in, folks. And look at that. Instantly, Wolves' money is in the dumpster. It is in the toilet, my friends. Now they're on a force buy. And they're going to try and hedge their bets with an ace stack of sorts. Oh no, they're going to be pushing out mid. Interesting. Playing very aggro with the pistols. I like this aggression coming out. But I'd have expected them to show this aggression in their gun rounds. Like DNM did push in, but it was a bit too late. Had he pushed a little earlier, he might have caught like a multitude of people with like just daydreaming, trying to line up their nades and stuff. Manan, like Foxy just telling Manan, you shall not pass. But in the meantime, Impale getting the kill onto Ritz and Falcon immediately trading him out. Very good team play coming out, and look at that. Manan rattles off a few shots. He takes a lot of damage in return, and he's going to try and hide in the cubby, but Foxy spotted him. Foxy's not going to get tricked by the oldest trick in the book. He's never going to fall for that. And now the B hit is underway in earnest. Foxy lining up the smoke for kitchen. And Falcon awaits, waiting. And that Molotov not really going to be very helpful. Falcon's just playing under the balcony. And that Molotov, though, is going to force him out. Does spot Foxy, but Foxy and Hunter just double teaming. There are too many bodies to shoot at there, and he just can't make his mind up. In the meantime, Monster's being cheeky, doing cheeky things in the smoke. And unfortunately, that's all he's going to be able to do, is just cheeky things in the smoke, because in an instant, he finds himself one headshot. Foxy with yet another brutal headshot. 2 kills for Foxy, a kill for Hunter, and it looks like DNM is going to be saving that armor and the pistol and the flashbang. It makes complete sense. And yeah, Mithil is out on the hunt, but he's going to let go. The money on SemperX isn't that great either. They don't want to lose or give up any rifles cheaply to Team Wolf, so that they might have, you know, some way back into the next round, because Team Wolf right now are in complete double eco territory. They will have to save the next round if they want to even afford like the most basic of armor pistols and maybe a couple of grenades in the next round. So yeah, SemperX, 4 rounds on the board. 5 rounds on the board, pardon me. Going into the 9th round, SemperX in the lead on the T side of Mirage. That is... So here's the thing, SemperX's T side has been the stronger side for them when they play Mirage. It has been their CT side that has been suspect and has left much to be desired every time they play this map. And I think the same can be said for Team Wolves. So it's going to be an interesting battle of attrition when both teams switch at halftime. You can never call a game between these two teams. They're just so evenly matched. They've been playing against each other for the longest of times. So you just never know. Ritz with the USPS Dark Water. What can he do? He's made his way into ladder room. Might be able to catch someone off guard if they don't check it. Foxy, the lone. I think he's the feeler that he's gonna walk into a more or less very stacked B bomb site. He's just here to feel out the B defense right now. And Manan playing by jungle. Ritz, DNM, the only player with the saved armor and the flashbang. He's been boosted up into Ninja, but the bomb is making its way onto the A bomb site. Manan hears all of this. He's telling it to his teammates, and DNM is just not interested in budging. He's like, nah, you guys go. I'll save my armor for yet another round. Look at this. Oh, Foxy and Mithil, just 2 kills straight off the bat. Falcon gets spotted out and taken down. And finally, DNM is on the move. He's going to try and maybe recover a rifle from any stragglers that might be foolish enough to stray his way or walk into his crosshair. He's just going to be playing patiently in market. Mithil does seem like he's interested in going for the hunt, but he's going to back away. Doing the smart thing. Yeah, DNM. He knows his former teammates, not former teammates. He knows his, compatriots and colleagues. He knows exactly what their tendencies are. And you just saw him trying to feign a wall hack or a name lock. No, DNM will not convict you, DNM, for that. DNM is not interested in the Indian Counter-Strike scenario. But I am, and I'm going to call it. Crisp, clean aim lock, boys. Crisp, clean aim lock. Anyway, that's a horrible DNM impression. The round ends. 6 rounds on the board for SemperX. And DNM managing to save his armor and his pistol for the 2nd round in a row. And there we go. Because he didn't have to buy up the extra armor, he can invest that into utility. And he's going to be the only player with quite a bit of utility, actually. Manan, the other player, opting to go with the FAMAS and the utility instead. Everyone else will have 1 smoke, 1 flashbang, or a smoke and a nade, and M4s across the board. So pretty light buy in like when it actually comes to that. And again, Monster with the early aggression up T ramp. He's just gonna push through YOLO, no cares given, and might catch someone off guard. Yeah, because the smoke is down, and if they do peek it right now, they won't expect. You don't expect players to push smokes and hold aggressive angles. In the meantime, Ritz getting the kill onto Impale, but yet again getting instantly traded. This is what SemperX have been very good at doing. That is getting the trades in almost instantaneously. And there we go. Well, see, Monster does get the drop onto Krish, but Hunter's there to get the trade. It's down to a 3v3. Hunter does take some damage, but DNM being boosted up. He's going to be able to spot Mythil even before he has any idea that he should be checking this angle. And that, Foxy turning away at the worst possible time. And that kill does go untraded, unfortunately. And that means for the first time, Wolves are going to have a man advantage. Okay, scratch that because Mythil's just feeling it right now. And he's made his way into market. Okay, of all places. But DNM, always ready, always vigilant. And now it's yet again all down to Hunter in a 1v2. What can he do? It looks like it's going to be the 4th round on the board for Team Wolf, but the money on SemperX is so good right now that they can buy straight in the next round. And again, all Hunter has to do is go for the kills and do some economic damage. In fact, if he does wait out a few seconds, he made noise there. Now they know. I think DNM knows that Hunter's here. Oh no, he's looking the other way. Oh, both gonna catch each other looking the other way. Unfortunate there for Hunter. But DNM does get the drop onto him, gets the kill. 4 rounds on the board for Team Wolf. And like I said, yet again, they managed to bring that round bring that round home with just 2 players kept alive, which means their economy is going to be stretched yet again. And because SemperX played those eco rounds so well, keeping almost everyone alive, their economy is doing just fine. In fact, Hunter can go out onto the AWP. That's his preferred weapon. And everyone else is on AK and full nades. So again, the reset potential is very, very much alive here for Wolves. They need to be very careful. They need to win this round and keep as many players alive as possible. And there we see Ritz again aggressing out onto mid, and this time the nade's going to tickle Hunter, not really doing much in terms of damage. And Ritz on the UMP, 1 for Mars, 2 M4s and an AK-47 onto Monster. That's all the CTs have to work with. They do have a decent kitty of nades. They have 3 Molotovs, 2 smokes still left, and I think 4 flashbangs. Should be an interesting round going forward. Smoke for connector. Maybe it's going to be a B hit or a fake towards the B bomb site. You never know with SemperX. They have such a huge playbook, such a vast playbook. Look at this mid presence coming out from Team Wolf right now. DNM. Wow, Mythil had an inkling of where DNM might be playing from, but DNM's just feeling it today, hitting that shot to perfection, putting down Mythil. Does take some damage, but look at that. Red's gonna catch Foxy napping as well. Impale finally getting 1 kill back, so that's the A bomb site ripe for the taking. The bomb will be able to make its way down, and Hunter getting the kill on Ritz. Finally, the kills do go the way of SemperX, but Impale is solo. He needs to make his way back. It's down to a 2v3 yet again. See, this has been the problem, right? Now, Impale and Hunter are extremely low. They can be killed, but Krish there, the only player with the HP, doing a ton of damage, leaving DNM all alone in a 1v3, spotting out 1 player. He's the only player with the HP, but Krish finally getting the beat down on DNM because he'd already taken damage. And now, Wolves, again, looking into the abyss, staring into a hard goddamn reset, as they say. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate there. But yeah, SemperX, they just keep breaking the Wolves' economy. They've never let Wolves have a run at this game in terms of the economy. They won the pistol round and lost the subsequent round. They did win their first gun round, but unfortunately that was at the cost of losing 3 players, so they never got the chance to build their economy, and they got immediately broken back right afterwards. So it's been a very back and forth game in terms of the Wolves' economy. Never seemed to be able to get it rolling, and now they're on an eco yet again. Pistol gets 1. That Molotov's gonna, delay the repeak. So, being very, very methodical, Monster just staring at that nade sail pass. He's like, oh, crap baskets. And there we go. Almost lines of 2 players, but Mythil just too good right now. That aim punch not letting Monster do the bulk of the heavy lifting. He just goes down regardless. The NM, in the meantime, the only player on Team Wolf with some semblance of, I don't know, togetherness right now. And he's desperately trying to search for that AK-47, but will not be finding it. In the meantime, Mithil, he's very low. He needs to be careful, but I think he's going to catch DNM off guard. Nope. DNM, ever vigilant, ever ready. Takes down 2 kills and might just be able to walk away with the saved AK-47. And he needs to be careful. He needs to be very, very careful. Don't get me wrong, but judging by the state of SemperX's economy themselves, they shouldn't be going for this. But oh, look at the damage the DNM dished out onto Impale as well. 2 kills on a full eco, not bad. DNM, not bad at all. Like, very frankly, DNM was the MVP of that game against Entity Esports yesterday in the COBEX finale. He was the only player who showed up for his team. Monster had just an atrocious game yesterday. And let's see how he's doing today. Not that bad, not that bad. It's Falcon who's not showed up this game. But yeah, DNM the only one who seems to be doing consistently well for Team Wolf over the past few days. That needs to change. The whole team needs to show up. And look at that, Falcon messing up what's possibly one of the easiest Molotovs in the map. And that nade's gonna do some damage though. Okay, scratch that. It does absolutely bugger all. Go figure, right? Grenade bursts 2 feet from your face, but there's an inch of texture that is supposed to be a wall, and you take 0 damage. Because CSGO nades, right, folks? And the buy coming in from Wolves, not a very healthy one at all. There's 3 UMPs, 1 M4, and an ump. Sorry, and a FAMAS. But is this the day of the screwed up Molotovs? Rates? Anyway, Impale does get taken down, and Falcon has taken some damage in return, but look at this. Right now, Mithil just walking up connector. No information has been relayed to either the no information lies with the opponents. And the first kill does come out. It's gonna all come down to Manan. He does get spotted out by Hunter, and Krish is there for the support. And Mithil's gonna be there to stop all the rotations. And that is gonna slow down the rotations. Because, what? Oh, okay, then. Down to a 1v2. All of a sudden, somehow it's down to a 1v2. I just don't understand this game anymore. And Krish needs to hightail it out of there. Bomb isn't even down yet. Should go for the AWP and clutches it. Krish, what a round from him. A huge 3k. And the icing on the cake was the decapitation of Monster right there. Way to go, Krish. Way to go. Alrighty. 9 rounds on the board, and Wolves, lo and behold, who'd have thunk it, as they say, are on another eco. Hunter gonna be lining up the... Well, eventually gonna be lining up the smoke for jungle. In the meantime, SemperX have made their way out into mid. As always, they really do like getting that mid control, and that nade, although it's gonna land on what looked like Manan's head, it's not gonna do really much damage. And Foxy here all alone needs to be careful. He might just be facing off against 3 players. Gets 1. Can he do more damage is the question, Foxy. In the meantime, DNM, again, DNM, the only one doing any real damage on the team. And look at that. Foxy and Mithil just finding kills left, right, and center. DNM gonna make his way through market and does get taken down by Foxy. Krish picking up the kill on Falcon as well. Pretty straightforward anti-eco. 10 rounds on the board for SemperX, and this too on the T side of Mirage. But as I've said, like, bear in mind, folks, this is oddly enough SemperX's favored side. Their CT side, from what I've seen, is quite static and quite, you know, bleh, as they say. So I hope they've changed up. I hope they've revisited this map and switched around their CT setups, because that was what was found lacking when they played Wolves previously in COBEX as well, in the upper bracket playoff game there, and lost to them. And like, I don't know, man. It's just not been good. Ritz, although this time Hunter is just aware of that push, that flashbang, not really gonna bother Hunter, and Hunter gets the kill. And finally, Monster does, come to the rescue and gets the trade. But look at this, Krish is ready. Yet again, Monster needs to be careful, because Krish, oh, that smoke's gonna save Monster's life. And now Krish might be wondering if he's here or in T-Ramp, but Krish has a very good idea of where Monster seems to be playing from. In the meantime, Monster is full bomb control, and they're down to a 2v4. Oh, Krish needs to be careful. Krish does get the kill. He's in a 1v2. He's clutched one before, just a couple of rounds ago. And he does have time. There's a good 1 minute left on the clock. He doesn't need to hurry into anything. He's gonna smoke off. I think that's the smoke for cross. Yeah, that is the crossing smoke. He's gonna smoke it off. In the meantime, look at this. Manan just side strain for Krish. I don't think Krish is gonna be expecting Manan to be playing this aggro, but the timing just not gonna favor Manan. He backs away at the worst possible moment. And do they think it's gonna be a B hit? Because if that's the case, Krish might just get a free bomb plant because the player has rotated. That's Falcon. He's rotating towards the B bomb side. And look at that. Oh my god, how unfortunate. There's still 10 seconds left on the clock. Krish needs to go for the bomb plant, but does seem to know where the final player is playing from. And he's going to rotate in from connector. This is very smart from Falcon. And Krish is just going to play at triple box. He's not going to peek this. He's not going to... Oh, I think Falcon spots him crossing. I think that's GG right now. Krish switching over to the op, deciding against it. That's the smarter choice. And oh, Falcon does clutch it. Okay, that was a very tense round. Krish almost clutching it. Falcon putting the 5th round on the board for Team Wolf with just 14 HP left to spare. And a huge 3k coming out from him. Finally, Falcon showing up onto the server. And just as I say it, I think Monster does drop. So there will be a timeout. And we're going to be going into the half 10-5. SemperX, 10 rounds on their T half. Not bad at all. The question does remain, however, will it be enough? Because both these teams do tend to prefer their T side. DNM, known notoriously in the Counter-Strike scenario seen in India to be a very methodical in-game leader. Very precise and very, very, methodical. So, remains to be seen what kind of T side he calls this time around. Will it be all-out aggression? Will it be tempered play? All remains to be seen. On the flip side, SemperX, like Equitas hates playing against SemperX, and that's primarily because he's like, they're a very YOLO team. I don't know how to call against them. They just do random things, pushing here, pushing there during their CT sides. It's just impossible to call against them. I just don't know what they're going to do at any given moment. And that's their biggest strength as well. The YOLO-ness might be considered as most to be a weakness, but, they did manage to take Risky to overtime on this very map. So clearly, it is a very strong map for SemperX as well. Which is why I'm a bit curious as to why Wolves would let it through. I mean, I guess I know why, because they did beat SemperX on this map, but the very next day, SemperX come and take Risky to overtime. And Risky are no pushovers, mind you. They are a very, very strong and dominant team. And we're just going to be waiting for, I think, Monster to join back. In the meantime... Oh, wait. Just as I was going to go to a break, Monster joins back. So no water for me. Bully. But let's go. Let's go. Pistol round. Going to go live. Second pistol round. And 5 sets of armor on Wolves. While SemperX... Will Foxy buy the kit? Nope. He will go for the armor as well. Wait, what? What's this? Jadoo Tona. Alright, yeah. There was a bit of a delay in the money being deducted. In the meantime, Bomb, I think, is making its way underpass. And look at that aggression. Mithil does get the trade. And the A pincers in full swing. Foxy spotting it out. Oh, spots out 3. Spots out 3. Mithil, it's all going to come down to him. He's tapping away and getting absolutely bugger all done in Foxy. Okay, then you've got to hit your shots, folks. In the meantime, Ritz does get found by Hunter. Hunter, the last player left alive. In a 1v3, what can he do? Doesn't have a kit, needs to hurry up. Oh, Falcon on 3 points of health. 9 points of health, somehow managing to make his way across as well. Alrighty, Hunter. You are a hunter. They want to see your gun. So, show it. Show us what you're made of. But I think he's just going to go for exits. I don't think he has time to mount this retake. The bomb clock ticking away. And DNM just toying with him. He's just playing with his food there, DNM. And Wolves pick up the pistol round to make it 6-10. So in the meantime, let's just admire Hunter's beautiful M9 bayonet marble fade. What a glorious knife that is, ladies and gentlemen, or rather, gentlemen and gentlemen. I think he can hear me. He's just showing off for the crowd right now. What a beautiful, gorgeous knife. In the meantime, As always, it is going to be a force by Hunter out with the scout, tags up DNM, and DNM is going to hightail it out of there because Mithil is on the hunt. Oh, taps him in the back, and that nade's not going to really do much. In the meantime, Manan's making his way. Oh, Mithil completely blinded. Completely blinded. Monster does find the kill onto Krish, though. It's a man advantage. DNM's very, very low. Oh, Mithil could have done some serious damage, but does, in fact, do nothing. And Hunter's taken his scout all the way over to the B-bomb side. Well, there's 2 players remaining on the A-bomb side. Look at that impale. So, wait, one dig onto Monster. That takes some nade damage, and then Molotov's gonna do quite a bit, actually. And in the meantime, Foxy decapitating Ritz. Can he do more damage? Yes, he can. Foxy's filling it, and DNM's just so low. He needs to be so careful. Oh, but gets the kill regardless. And now it's down to a 1v1. Hunter without any armor. He should know how low DNM is. Should know that he's tagged him. And oh, there we go. Hunter does get the kill. And again, as we saw in the previous round, Wolves won the pistol and SemperX immediately broke them back. Wolves, it seems, are completely hapless when it comes to playing anti-eco setups. Completely hapless. And I feel bad for DNM there. I mean, the man's trying. He is on 17 kills. He's tying Krish for the top fragger on the server, but his team is just not showing up around him. Like, how much can one man do? It is a team sport at the end of the day. And Hunter just continuing to stick with the AWP. Will spot out Manan as he peeks. And, oh, does tag him through the wall there. And in the meantime, Mithil does find DNM. Very little damage taken. Looks like it looks like it's a B hit gone completely and utterly wrong. Oh, that messed up smoke actually coming to help him. Mithil with a quick 3k. Foxy still playing right underneath. Pops up from an alternate angle and gets the kill. In the meantime, Mithil there with this nice, sweet padding of the stats. 4k on an eco round. I mean, you can't really hype that, folks. It's an eco 4k, but a 4k is a 4k, so kudos, I guess. And there we go. Hunter still deciding to stick with the scout. I mean, why not, right? They're still gonna be on a pretty neutered and muted buy. SemperX on 12 rounds as it is, and they're building a nest egg of money. Foxy though pretty low, but then he does buy up the what's it called, M4. Looks like it's gonna be a play towards the A-bomb side. Impale playing sandwich. Not a big fan of the spot. Usually it's just a one and done spot. By that I mean you can at the most expect in a standard game of Counter-Strike, at the most you can expect to get from this spot is just 1 kill. And there we go, Impale just changing things up. Playing now completely out in the open. No, he's going to be playing close A ramp. Will they be expecting Impale? He can just pop up and the drop flash by his teammate. Oh no, I think there was a pop flash from Manan and it was perfectly timed. In the meantime, Falcon finds 1 kill. It's a 3v4 and Falcon does not manage to get the final kill. But Krish is just so very low. He's on his last wish. In the meantime, monster finding Foxy can be very problematic because Hunter's with a scout and Krish is just so very low. So very low. And the cheeky smoke diffuse, but there we go. The kill does come in and Hunter left alone. I think he's going to pick up this. Oh, the shadow gets spotted by Ritz. And SemperX finally do put a round of their own on the board and recover the 2 useful rifles from that round. Which means now SemperX are in a bit of a bind. Foxy can armor pistol or armor ump it up. So can Hunter. Impale will also have to maybe go for the armor from us or they save. And it looks like they're going to go with a couple of upgraded pistols and the save call. This is the smarter thing to do. They are 5 rounds on the good. To the good, they have a few buffer rounds on them. So I'm really interested in seeing where the smoke lands that Ritz is trying to line up. Come on, Ritz, show me the fancy smoke. Show me, daddy. All right, he's not gonna show me. Fine, keep your fancy smokes because you're gonna walk into an A stack, not a haystack, an A stack. So let's see how Wolves fare against this force buy. Krish with the armor, so is Mithil, and Krish is wielding the Hwandig machine, the hand cannon. Can he put it to good use? Well, the answer is he can. He's shown it in the past, but can he put it to good use in this round? That's the question that remains to be answered. Impale, for some strange reason. There's no one spotting mid, so he is spotting over by Sniper Nest, and this flashes and the smokes. They're just going to leave players blinded. In the meantime, Mithil and Krish both playing by Ninja spot. Oh, okay, everybody's dead. Except Mithil. Will we see a Sporkless? He's got the kit. Oh, how is he not spotted? How is he still alive? There's my question answered. He's no longer alive. But I was really hoping he'd gone for a Sporkless there. A Sparkles Ninja Diffuse. Nothing like that in a game of competitive Counter-Strike. Let me amend that statement. Nothing like that in a game of professional competitive Counter-Strike. Yeah, boys. But nonetheless, my dreams shall forever remain dreams. There's no Spotless Ninja Diffuse coming in, but, well, SemperX managed to cobble together a buy nonetheless. There's very little utility to speak of, so Wolves might want to play a fast round, and that smoke is the most atrocious T-Ram smoke I have seen in a long time, and I play Nova 4 matchmaking, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely horrendous. In the meantime, Mithil's smoked off from everywhere and is playing Ladder Room. Impale just playing over by stairs, trying to spot T-Ramp, Palace, Connector, everything at the same time. Krish needs to be careful. They're making their way up B shot. Mithil's gonna see a lot of action. Does spot off the shoulder, gets one. Will he be expecting Ritz to playing just around the corner? Is the question. He's making a ton of noise, and the answer is yes. Decapitation station right there. Getting 2 quick headshots. And in the meantime, Hunter finding Monster. This round has completely unraveled. Foxy gets a kill onto Manan, leaving Falcon all alone. Does manage to find 1 kill and 2. Falcon making it expensive for SemperX as well. But he's taken a ton of damage. All he needs to do is find 1 more kill, and that will be the round 1 literally. But unfortunately, he won't. Why I'm saying that would have been the round 1 is because the money would have been so atrocious for SemperX going into the next round. And with Wolves being able to buy into this round, they could have easily reset them just like SemperX did to Wolves on their CT side. But unfortunately, Falcon unable to find that 1 extra telling kill. And that's going to allow the economy some buffer. I know it's not going to be great by any stretch of the imagination. They will have to save. Because look at that. Apart from Krish, no one has money. So they will have to save if they lose this. Still, the reset potential is still very much alive. And that's the proper way to smoke off T-Ramp, ladies and gentlemen. Remember it. Internalize it. In the meantime, Hunter, sights trained over to High Mid. Who's going to peek him? Who's going to be the unfortunate soul to fall first to Hunter's big green gun is the question. The answer is nobody. And Hunter just being patient. He's not going to move. Has he timed out? No, he hasn't. Huh. It's a very worthy contender for the mannequin challenge right there, Hunter. Didn't move, almost had me confused as to whether he's timed out or not. But Hunter now needs to be careful. Impale in the meantime does find Monster. And there's 3 players in Connector. They need to be as careful as they can get because they're kinda, sorta trapped. In the meantime, Ritz opening things up with a kill onto Impale. Krish knows there's 1 player T-Ram, knows it's an A-pincer playing from under Palace, but it is gonna get checked, and Manan landing the telling headshot, but it's all gonna come down to Hunter right now. And Hunter gets 1 kill and smartly so falls back, waiting for backup to arrive. It's all down to Hunter and Foxy because Ritz and DNM both are so very low that they can literally get pistoled out. And the flank can be huge coming in from Foxy. I don't think they'll be expecting him to be on the flank so quickly. And Ritz is just walking into him. He's just moonwalking to his death. Down goes Ritz, and it's all down to DNM. What can he do? He's playing the balancing act, not just with his knife, but with the game as well. It all hangs in the balance right now, and DNM will get decapitated. All that hype, and you get your head blown off. Damn it, DNM. But nice try. Valiant effort there. SemperX with 14 rounds on the board. And that should be all she wrote. No, the money's still okay on Wolves. They will buy into this round. 3 players can buy AK-47s, and they'll be the utility will be shit. Don't get me wrong, but they can still buy into this round. But what do? Instead, they go for an Armor Tech 9 buy and smokes. So it's gonna be a fast play, an explosive play, either out on the A or the B bomb side, and they're gonna look to get the bomb down. Will they be able to stop it? SemperX, that's the question. That's where this round hangs in the balances. Will they be able to hit their shots? And Impale going for his favorite one and done spot. That is over by Sandwich. Nope. Keeps me guessing, as always. Krish, however, is playing on default. And the smokes come raining in. Impale backing away. That Molotov's just trying to line it up a bit too late, in my opinion. And those smokes are just going to cut the side in half. Hunter needs to be careful. Oh. Tossing a present for DNM there, who's going to take a spot of nade damage, but does recover the op. But in the meantime, the bomb's heading towards the B bomb side. That A fake sold so well, but Foxy gets one kill. All he has to do is find the other kill, and he does. And that's unfortunate. The fake not working out. DNM unable to get the bomb down either. So that's going to be... Oh, that's going to be so bad for Wolves. They really needed the bomb down. Then they could have actually bought into this round. Well, everyone except Ritz could have bought into this round. But now they're going to be on a very light buy. They're going to be on a very light buy because they didn't get the bomb down and now they can't afford all the utility that they would have otherwise. Really, really unfortunate. And yet another iffy smoke for A ramp. I think this time it's more or less covering everything, no gaps. Okay, I spoke too soon. There is a very good gap, which Ritz might just exploit. Okay, then Impale playing with fire. Hunter does get one kill and Mythil does fall. So it's 1-for-1 trade. Still going to favor the T's, but guess what? Impale just getting impaled on that wall. Ritz with the CZ putting it to work, does recover the AK-47 as well. And now Hunter's just getting swarmed from all sides. Oh, what a flick shot onto Manan. Does spot out DNM and gets the kill as well, but he's so low. And oh, he has two players coming and the rotation's just so slow. What can Hunter do? Hunter, the lone defender, gets one kill. It's down to a 1v2 monster. And look at that. Hunter is so smart. He's just going to fall back and Monster needs to be careful. He's just out in the open YOLO. He's in a 1v2. There is one player over by CT spawn. He's going to wait for the defuse. I think this might be a fake defuse. No, he's going to decide to stick it. What are you doing, Monster? And there we go. SemperX clutch out this game 16-8. A fairly straightforward affair for them in the end. All my doubts have been rested. SemperX have changed their CT side, and it also helped that Hunter just went beast mode this game. Just went hitting crazy op shots left, right, and center. Anyway, folks, that's all for this game. See you all tomorrow, same place, same time. ESL India tomorrow for the next game of Counter-Strike in the Masters division of the ESL India Premiership. This has been our Cheeseman, or Fett, as you might know me from my streams. If you do like my cast, please do drop a follow over on Twitter. And do remember to subscribe to ESL India and like the stream as well. See you all tomorrow, folks. Have a great night. I'm off to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Peace.
Alright, it just so seems that the Day 4 ESL India Premiership 2017's summer season Phase 2, which is ongoing, is not just creating ripples across the internet waves. As you can see, everybody who's witnessing us on the Facebook page of ESL India and also the YouTube gaming channel of ESL India Premiership, what they just saw was utter decimation. 16-8 in favor of SemperX. The match you just witnessed, Team Wolf versus SemperX, goes in favor of the team SemperX, and it's creating heat waves not just amongst all the other Masters League contenders, but also in the studio. As you can see, I'm already sweating. Maybe it's the heat generated by the intense games. maybe it's just the summer season, or maybe it's just the summers. Well, that's what we have for you guys here on the day 4 of the phase 2 of the ESL India summer season, ESL India Premiership 2017 summer season, brought to you by Omen, by HP, HyperX, and Zowie by BenQ, organized by Nordwind Gaming. Remember, guys, we'll be back again tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. IST, because we got more Crash Royale, we got more Dota 2, and more CSGO. So stay tuned for any new updates. We'll be back again tomorrow. Till then, have a great night and good evening.